Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, it looks pretty good.
Okay.
So what's today's date? The 10th? It's today the 10th? You got a newspaper right here?
Yeah, much.
Oh, that was one of your questions.
No, that's not today. We'll look on the calendar right there.
See, Wednesday, well, this is January 21st.
Oh, yeah, you don't want there you go.
All right,
Yeah,
February 8th.
March
That's
9th.
today's date. All right, let's move those donuts right here. Thank you. So, this is a really big one. I have mine. I was going to ask, what is your first childhood memory? Like the furthest back you can remember?
Hurting my leg.
Hurting your leg. How did you do that?
Pat threw a brick and hit me.
And Pat?
Uh-huh.
Wow. What was the cause? Was she mad at you about something?
No,
or?
we were playing in the backyard, as I was told, and she threw a brick, a part of a brick, and it hit me right on my hip here, and I was almost to the point of being having a serious problem. And
like a possible fractured hip
no,
socket?
worse than that. I mean, nobody ever went into the issue of what would have happened, other than
and Pat.
other than they got infected bone.
Oh.
And I was in a bassinet, in your, not yours, Pat's baby stroller. She sat me in the. You don't even remember the little granny's house, do you?
Just, I've seen a picture of it.
Okay.
But
But
is that
inside-
little Randy's house?
Yeah.
That this house?
Oh yeah. When my
Before,
father and mother they were divorced,
Right.
and we were living with little granny back then. That's before we moved to the country. Now I remember this because I remember the light. She had a light bulb just hanging in the ceiling.
Yeah, Miss Blondie did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my grandmother, little granny.
With the pillow cover.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, literally one light bulb without a
Yep.
shade of it.
Yep. But that's what we had.
How long was your recovery?
Months.
The infection.
It
Wow.
went on for months. And I recovered from that. And that's probably in my early years in my life, that was probably most that I remember. And I didn't remember all of it, and of course the old granny is the one that filled me in on all the details.
I remember Aunt Pat saying something about playing on like maybe a set of bunk beds, and she fell off, and she had a scar.
The bunk beds were the same bunk beds. It was the big grannies in the bedroom in the back. You ever go back from the living room to the
Where Olive Boy's room?
well, actually, that was my room. You saw me. There were two bunk beds.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
The corner room she didn't like us to go into.
Well, that's where. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's where
I stayed with her. We stayed in the one
in the
closest
living
to the
room.
kitchen.
Yeah.
But the TV room was the one.
TV room. That was Pat's bedroom.
Oh,
Actually,
that was Pat's bed.
originally, and then when she left, they made that into a den.
Okay.
My bedroom was always in the back. See, the house was a parsonage at its conception. They took the plans from a parsonage, which meant that my room, which was on the end of the house, was actually the office for the pastor.
Oh, that's where your Fats Domino's records were.
That's exactly
It
right.
had a separate door.
Yep.
Oh, so that was an office. I
Yeah.
often wonder
Then
why
all
that
the
door was
windows
there.
all the way around.
Yeah. And it was to the fancy living room.
Yeah.
Yeah. We weren't allowed to go in that room or the dining room.
Oh.
Unless we needed something out of the freezer.
No.
Did Pat get in big trouble for throwing the brick at you?
Probably not. No. No. Pat. No. Pat was always, and I would say this if she was standing here. Pat was always an agitator. She was always picking on she always picked on me when there was a definite size difference. Okay? And when we could play Indians and Cowboys and Indians, she always had to be Pocahontas, and I was always the bad guy. I was always the one that got shot. But no,
well, she was older, and then of course women developed faster than
my
men.
grandmother, little granny. She always said, one day I'd cry, and get upset. And she'd look at me and she'd say, one day you're gonna grow up, you're gonna be bigger than she is.
Oh, you guys used to tell me that too. Keep on, but David's gonna have growth spurt, and he's gonna be way bigger than you are.
And she said one day she'll get even with you. Anyway, go ahead.
No, it's just exactly what I was hoping for. I didn't know anything that you just said. Diana, is this what you've heard?
Yeah, I didn't know anything
And
about
Pat throwing a brick at your dad?
Yeah.
Your dad having a hip infection?
My mother, we didn't have a car, and we only had one car for the whole shebang. And a fellow by the name of Mr. Snyder would come by in his dash and pick me up along with Mama and take me to the doctor. And Mama got a lot of gossip about her having an affair with Mr. Snyder.
This wasn't like any relation to Jimmy Snyder.
No.
Okay.
That was light years.
Okay. Was this a doctor in heat?
No.
Okay.
Remember that we were, at that point we had not even moved to Irma.
Oh, okay.
By when all this happened, I was living at 1415 Denny Road. Yeah.
So if I were to ask you just to share a story or a memory of the following, if you don't want, if this is too much of emotion for you, we can skip it. But dogs, I know and you know. Were those your first dogs?
Who?
I know and you know.
No.
Who was your first dog?
My first dog was Candy.
Candy was your first dog.
Candy was my first dog.
Was it a female?
Female Cocker Spaniel.
Really? Purebred.
Purebred.
Wow. Just like Lady in the Tramp. Wow.
Beautiful dog.
Right. And what about your second dog?
That would be I know and you know.
Okay. And what kind of dogs were they?
Just dogs.
Mixed breeds.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Good dogs.
Yeah.
Did they both live good lives?
We found them. Somebody had dumped them out. In the country back then, people would bring all their refuge to the country and dump it out. Cats, dogs, whatever. And so we found them down at the river. And I took them on.
How long did they live?
Oh, long time.
That is the one thing about mixed breeds. They do.
Yeah, all of them live, with the exception of Candy. Candy, some wild dogs. We used to have wild dogs too. This is before coyotes.
Okay.
When people would dump those dogs
They
out.
become feral.
Yeah, they run in packs.
So she was killed by feral dogs?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I buried her right beside Mama's house. Crying like a baby. Oliver dug the hole.
Nothing makes me cry like dogs.
Oh my God.
He still cries when King Kong about it.
Oh, Pat, don't know him.
Yeah.
Diana mentioned you brought a St. Bernard home at one point in time.
St. Bernard. No, I brought a.
But it was before
Who?
Gene.
Oh no, I had. That was me, Gene. I had a Boykin.
A Boykin?
Oh, is that what it was?
Well, I don't know what a Boykin is.
Boykin is a spaniel.
A spaniel is a cross between a cocker spaniel and a beagle. And it was derived, the breed was derived in a little small town called Camden, South Carolina, where a family by the name of Boykin is a very prominent name. And they started the breed they're small enough, but yet hardy enough to chase rabbits or whatever. Yeah. And
So like a terrier, they can get down into some of those holes.
right.
They're just that right size.
That dog I bought at a Ducks Unlimited auction. Yeah.
And you all had a dog named Lady with Diana when she was younger, right?
St. Andrews.
Oh, the one that bit your mother.
Bit mom on the
Oh,
leg.
really?
Yes.
Yep.
She still has a
Still
scar.
got a scar on the back of it.
Yeah.
What was the occasion?
Just he just bit her, I guess.
I don't know.
Wow.
I mean,
I think that was a cocker spaniel.
wasn't I can't remember.
I just remember the long ears.
Yeah.
Diddle Nub was Oliver Nugene of Tanracken, is that right?
Uh-huh. You got it
And
right.
how's Tanracken spelled?
Tanrick. E-N or I-N, I can't.
Can't remember.
Okay.
We used to have signs.
Two
that-
plaques on the side of the,
Yeah.
on the side of the door.
Two pillar things with lights.
And
Filled with
was Diddle Nub one of the dogs that liked to get into the pool you had?
who?
Did Diddle Nub, Gene, did he like to swim?
Yeah.
He's just diddled up.
What was the name?
Either, oh, no. But he always just diddled up.
Yeah, New Gene.
Yeah.
It's Didda?
I named him for my mother.
Yeah, Oliver New Gene. It was a
I
new
named him for
Gene.
my mother.
I remember that part.
Gene,
That part I remember.
and I named him New Gene.
Here's a big one.
Right.
Sometimes
This is where I
That's
started.
gonna be it. This is all
This-
news.
this-
That,
this-
No, I've heard you talk about
This is where my memory actually does come into play. Stumper.
uh-huh.
How many nicknames does Stumper have?
Not the one. That was his son. That was his
Stump.
Stump.
Stumper.
That yeah. That was Stump was. Yeah. I got him.
It was cool.
I got him. I
He
was
got
going-
along with Jake.
Yeah, I was going to a psychiatrist, dealing with the divorce and all that, and all that business is going on in my life.
Oh, it's stinking up the place.
And oh yeah, one included.
Okay, you've been taking in air. And you're taking in
I still got some of that.
They do that.
Beet was it beet stuff? What was the stuff you said you
Probiotic?
done?
Oh, probiotic.
Well, speaking of which,
And it's hard for me to get them to take.
we got this for you, Lucy. You like Lulu better than Lucy?
What is that?
Okay.
This is what we're using now for the dogs. It actually works even better than the previous one. I think the only complaint I had about it was that they stopped giving you a spoon.
Is
They
this
used
a
to-
powder too?
It is. They used to give you a spoon, but you'd need a quarter of a teaspoon is all you need.
And where do you put them
I
in?
put it in their food when I feed them, and it doesn't slow them down, and they both have firmer poop and less gas.
Oh, that's and gas. Oh my God.
Yeah, any of the short,
Thank you, son.
short-faced dogs. They're,
Oh, they're awful. I mean,
Yeah,
my
they are.
God. Where were you in this?
it is not.
Well,
me,
we were
it's
talking
you.
about Stumper.
It's you.
Yeah, I got it as a result
Psychiatrist.
of that. Psychiatrist told me to either get, after about the 6th or 7th session, he said, you need to get Jack Woods, is his name. Wonderful fellow. He looked at me, he said, you need to get a dog or a woman. He said, preferably a dog. And I went to back then the newspaper had all the,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and I looked at, I was in a little restaurant right there on Hardin Street. And I looked in the newspaper, and it says free dog for a good hunt. Mother, or 2 dogs, mother and sibling. In the puppy. And I said, yeah, I'll go over there. And so I called it. There was an older lady. I went over there. And when I got to the door, I could have never refused something because the lady was crying as soon as I came to investigate. And the dog, the mother dog, the older dog was just, I mean, she must have been 15 years old and blind. And I said, I can't deal with, because I was living in an apartment.
Right, right.
I said, I can't deal with that. I said, but now the younger dog I'll take. And then she brings all of his paraphernalia, all his toys. and she's crying the whole time. And it comes after I talked to her, she was dying of cancer. And so
Oh boy.
she was trying to disperse all of it. Same thing we'll have to do.
Find home.
Yep. Anyway, that's how I came to something.
I didn't
That
know.
was in
I knew the
19
psychiatrist. I didn't know his name was Jack Woods, but
Yeah.
I remember you
Yeah.
telling me the story of even as far as a woman or a dog, and I would recommend a dog. I do remember that.
Yeah, that's just the thing. I was listening for some secret. Everybody kept telling me, you know, to drop your past and move on. And everybody kept saying to me to let go. And a big thing about the AA that I went to, you know, and that's not strictly for alcoholism.
No, it's not.
It's for sex addiction, and it's for people who just can't live with life, you know. And he says, let go and let God. And I didn't really understand. I didn't understand what they were really saying. I said, why in the fuck? God help me, you know. And,
Or the whole staying on your side of the street.
Yeah.
Stop looking at all the distractions. If you stay on in your four walls,
stay in your lane, boy.
Stay in your lane. There you are.
There you go. Go ahead.
This is Pugs.
Okay.
Pugzilla.
Puxilla was given to me by a fellow I worked for at the newspaper. I can't think of his name now. He died in the shrimp boat down on the river. Yeah, he was shrimping one night and had a heart attack and died. Jay, I can't remember his last name. Jay Mathis.
Jay Mathis, wow.
Was his name, and somebody had given, he had bought the dog for his child, and they didn't like the dog or something. There was some controversy about the dog, and so he asked me if I knew anybody that wanted a dog and make a home for him, and I immediately said no. And then when I got to his house, I saw Bugs, and of course I saw it was a short pay, and I said, well, I'll take it. And so that's how
That's cool.
And Bugs rode with me.
I remember one visit we came and you only had Stumper, and the next time we came it was Stumper and Pugs, and the third visit.
This is when I was down the road.
Yeah, and then the third visit there was Stumper, Pugs, Hershey, Peanut, M&M.
Well, then she got pregnant by Stumper.
Yeah. He had that long reach. You know,
You remember
How did that happen?
you remember the
size difference, yes.
size.
Yeah.
I said there was no possible
But
way.
it was an amazing thing. He was down here, but when he got erect, it was like.
I still don't know. I don't know how that
I
happened.
don't know.
We were on the way. I was on the way to pick up my newspapers, and she was panting just like that.
Yep.
And I said, I better take her to the vet. I thought she'd swallowed something.
She swallowed something.
So there
Go ahead.
was Peanut, Hershey, M&M. Were there any others?
That was Pugs' children.
She had 3 successful. Okay, all right. I was trying. I couldn't remember if there was more or not.
By Stump.
By Stump. Yeah.
Sire.
Yep.
Sire Stump.
Sired. Yeah.
Fine.
Have any memories of Jake?
Hmm?
Do you have any memories of Jake?
Oh.
Our
Oh my God.
first dog of
Yeah.
Diana and I.
When I came down to build that fence.
Yep.
Yeah. Jake was a hit with me.
You remember the first thing was you said about him when you finally decided to share your opinion?
Yeah.
You said, I'm paraphrasing, something to the extent of, I have to be honest. Spending some time with your dog, I've really gotten to like him. But I didn't want to say anything. But when I first met him, I said, God, that is the ugliest dog I have ever seen in my life. You know, he's got one face, one side of his face.
He was more white than black, and he had a black eyebrow.
It was.
Kind of reminded me of the Little Rascals dog.
Yeah. It reminded me of Spot on the Little Rascal.
Petey or.
Petey or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. He will always live in my heart.
Oh, is it? She's got a black eye.
Pat never saw him. This
You never met Jake, man?
is Jake.
Jake, yeah. No, I love Jake. Chewy loved Jake.
I thought I remember that. Yes, I think you're right.
Jake was over here at the house.
They played nonstop,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
They were wore themselves
Yeah,
out,
Jake was
and they
gentle.
passed down on the bed.
He was gentle. He had a problem with his hip. He wasn't supposed to be playing like that, but he really did enjoy it. He got along with boxers as well. He was.
He's a phenomenal dog. I fell in love. By the time I left your house, I was in love with Joe. Jake Rupp would lick my feet.
Yeah,
Oh
I was just getting ready to mention that.
Oh,
So you got to experience that firsthand.
Oh,
right?
my
See,
God.
Andy's different. He'll just lick.
yeah, he wants to lick.
She wants to
We
lick.
had one lady watch Jake for us on one of our trips, and when we came back, she said, you know, I'll be honest, I'd like to watch him again, and she actually came out and said she let him into bed with her, and he would lick her feet, and at first she thought it was annoying, and then she realized he was hitting a nerve, and she said she had orgasms with him, unlike she had in
That's what
all
she said.
of her life. And she said, I'll watch that dog anytime you want.
Yeah, he was very thorough. Let's put it that way. He'd get between your damn toes, and I
And if
mean,
you felt anything hard, you kind of like.
and I mean, he didn't stop. He didn't stop like in a minute, you know.
Yeah.
He went on for
You know whose feet he licked that I was surprised at? And she kind of, it was okay for a little bit, and then I think she said that's enough. It was grandmama, Diana's grandmother.
okay.
Yeah.
And she'd say, you know, look, and I think she said with other dogs she had to put milk on her toes to get them to lick her feet. And it was a joke. And she said, I don't have to put milk on my toes with Jake. And I said, what are you talking about? She said, well, they had a boxer, or not a boxer, a Boston named Friday, and they had one named
Uncle Ashton.
Bark.
Yeah.
So they had two, I guess an Uncle Ashton's family, they came to visit. But I thought it was kind of cool to have a dog named Bark. Do you have any memory of Jesse and Judge?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I did. Yeah, oh yeah. They were inseparable with you guys. I mean, every time y'all came. How many dogs have you had?
I think we're at 7 or 8.
Jake.
Jake was number one.
Jake was number 1, Jesse was number 2.
Yeah.
And when Jake died, we got Judge.
Judge.
And you had two at one time.
2 boxers. at
Yeah,
one
we
time.
did. And when Judge died, we got Mr. Jimmy,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
he and Jesse had about 2 or 3 weeks together. She died. And we got JJ. JJ was the smaller boxer, the kind of skittish one that would go around in circles. She was a brindle. Pat liked her because she wasn't as big as the previous
Yeah.
boxers,
She was a smaller.
and she was much more docile. I mean, Rosie was terrifying her. Rosie was biting at the back of her legs and things of that
that's
sort.
right.
And just when you think like, oh, this is a bigger dog, this is going to go well, but
That's how skittish she
Rosie,
was.
Roscoe, Pep, they were all the boss, and she was okay with that. She taking a back seat was fine. So then after JJ, we had Ginger. At one point in time, we had JJ, Ginger, and Jake in the same house, and then Jake got the
Mr.
bone
Jimmy.
cancer. I'm sorry, Mr. Jimmy. Thank you. Sorry.
Did I ever meet Mr. Jimmy?
Yeah. Yes. You used to call him Jimmy Cocoa Pop.
Yep.
I didn't mention his name earlier. I skipped right over him.
You have an uncle.
He said, Jimmy Cocoa Pop, Jimmy Pop.
That was
And then
that
he
was
was
a
right
good
there.
song back in the day.
Yeah, he was right there on your couch,
Yeah.
and he started doing
I like this
ooh,
music.
and you say, Jimmy, tell me all about it. What's it all about, Jimmy? And he just kind of looked at you
You look at it like
and calmed
A
down.
lot of snaps. He was liking you.
Let's see. So back to your question. After Judge, we had Mr. Jimmy,
Yep.
and we had JJ. After JJ, we brought in. Well, actually, we had Ginger and JJ together. And when Mr. Jimmy got bone cancer,
Yep.
we brought in Jack. So we had 3 of them for about. Oh boy, it was several months. And we've had Ginger and Jack since.
Yep.
And
They're in the like 14, 15 range.
yeah. We know every day's a gift.
Yeah.
Um,
Ginger has one eye.
Huh.
Ginger has one eye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jack is now incontinent and he has the heart condition.
and neither of them can have any more dental work done. They're not eligible for general anesthesia, but they're happy. They eat. Jack, at one point in time, about 2 months ago, we didn't think he was going to make it because he wasn't able to chew anymore. But we found this dental product. I'm able to squirt in a couple times a day. It's blue. He doesn't like it, but it's killed whatever whatever infection he had back there. It seems as though it's healed. So he's been able to chew again. So tell me about Lulu and Andy. How'd you come about finding them?
Oh, Dot was dying with cancer,
Oh.
and it was a terminal out here. And I was sitting right here, and I said, we had lost Peppy, and I lost Roscoe, and I had no dogs, and I've always had a dog all my life. And I looked at Pat and I said, somebody told us about a place that had some up in Somerville, and I said, let's take a ride up there and see what they've got. And we did. See, Pat wanted she can tell you right off, a French bulldog.
Oh, yes.
They had one.
And they had one, but a lady bought the dog just before we got there.
Was it like $1,500, $2,000?
I wish.
The black.
I'm going to
black.
tell
Is
you.
it more than
Black
that?
one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What were they asking? I would like to know. 3,000? 3,500?
3, 4, 5.
Really?
Oh, they went. Some of those dogs went to $6,000, $7,000, $8,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. These boy, they're fully registered.
Oh.
Chips, ain't nothing. Ain't it was
What do they
nothing.
charge for the pugs? 1,500 each?
Who?
The pugs. What did they cost?
20, about $3,000 a piece.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, she was more expensive than him.
Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Is she breedable?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Both of them were not. No, both of them were not neutered. She wasn't neutered, but yeah, people, of course, I can sell these for easy $1,500 a piece. That's what they cost, Donnie. They look.
Well, I mean, we've done adoptions
Oh,
so
my
long.
God,
It's probably what, 250, 350?
That little dog that Lucy's got, the little French whatever shit thing, looks like a big powder puff.
A Bichon?
What?
Bichon?
Bichon Frise?
Pomeranian?
No,
No.
I don't know what it is. He's got a hair. Oh my God.
Papillon.
Maybe that's it.
Maybe that's.
It's got the ears with the little hairs.
Yeah. Maybe that's it. I can't tell you how much that's
It's like
Hey.
3 to 5 pounds of dog.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, one time I went to squeeze the jowls on one of those and it yiked.
Mm.
And I didn't realize that the 2 ladies that owned the dog, they fed it lettuce because it had to be on a very strict diet.
Lettuce.
The dog would eat lettuce.
Yeah, let's say the dog was 11 pounds, but was supposed to be 4.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
the vet said this is really bad. So
He's such a little dog.
it's a bit of an extreme, but I guess that was for the snacks only. Maybe
Maybe that's
it may have had like one meal a day.
We
Yeah,
stayed
but
at
your
their house in New
boxes
Orleans.
run. Look. Sometimes you look on a website.
Okay.
In this case, like they send me a flyer all the time on the computer, and they'll have Pomeranians and those. I guess older people like those smaller dogs,
Okay. Oh, well, yeah.
and that's the only people who
But you
buy.
don't have to worry about them getting underneath your feet. The little ones.
Yeah.
Whereas like the senior pets, those are nice and chill.
Yeah.
I wanted one like Donald.
Uncle Junior's sister?
No.
No.
Oh.
No. This is the dog I bought. This is the dog I bought at.
Dave actually ran over Donald.
Oh no, Dolly. Yeah, I ran over Dolly.
Didn't hurt her. He got out and brought her home. And,
Oh, I was.
What kind of dog is that?
What
it
was
was,
it?
Not a Chihuahua.
No,
no,
small breed.
It's gone.
Maybe like a Pekingese, maybe or something.
Not a smash.
How long did they have
Anyway, he had
Dolly?
real long hair. He was
Oh, long hair.
very unkept.
You had to have
It was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm driving, it's raining, and before I could react, she ran out in the road. And I kept waiting.
Yeah, that's your worst nightmare.
When I said, well, I'm gonna straddle the back seat of my truck. And I was amazed, and by the time I got here, she was totally mobile, you know.
Just like a stun.
Oh, and so yeah, it must have bumped her head, and that's what I heard,
Okay.
the thump, you know,
And this dog's name was Dolly.
Dolly.
How long did you have Dolly?
How long then?
Well, Dolly, we had her for some years.
When she had your
She
house?
had cancer.
Yeah, she had.
Is this around the pandemic time that you had her? Or
Oh,
before?
No, this is
that-
long before the pandemic.
Was she at your house?
No, right here.
Okay.
We've been here 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's about,
Is this before Pet?
Yeah.
There's
No,
Dolly.
after Pepe. Pepe I got out and picked up at the convenience store.
That was the one where the pound had arrived. Pat said, "Don't you get out of this truck."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then she came back there crying, "I told you not to get out of the truck." He said, "I didn't. I just lowered the window and I told him the pound had
I
arrived."
picked him up and I put him Pepe in the front
Oh
seat.
boy.
Away I went. We don't need a damn dog.
And Roscoe was already named when you
Yes.
got Roscoe, right?
Roscoe came from one of Jan's neighbors who had 30 of them. And he was trying to thin so they gave him to Mr. Bell. Gave him.
Well, on the subject of important questions, I want to ask you, this is a newer batch. Do these need more salt?
taste test.
I'll try to also. Camera over.
Last time we went Moon Heart. Did you guys actually eat it?
I didn't.
Moon Heart is a red dip.
Remember, I brought it in a container like this, and then Pat took it out of the container, put it into another container. It was a dip. You were using the crackers, and you,
No, I can't remember.
Has a warm kind of foxy flavor to it.
Come on.
I remember Pat saying, "Dave, I'm surprised you like that."
Oh, yeah, I ate that. Yeah. You had so many different things. There's one thing that I didn't eat though. I can't remember the name of it.
Might have been the harissa. It was red,
Yeah.
a little on the spicy side. It's usually something you add to other things. You don't usually eat it straight up.
Yeah, you don't eat it plain.
Speaking of which, it'd be wonderful if we could take you out to eat.
Huh?
It'd be wonderful if we could take you out to eat if you thought you were up
That's
to
up
it.
to them.
Well, I mean, how about this? On one hand, you just had a birthday, so you can pick any place you like to go. On the other hand, if you don't want to go anywhere, and Dave needs to get out and tell us all the crap, like, "Oh, you won't believe how bad I have with Pat. She's driving me crazy, but I'm glad she's not here so I can tell you all this stuff." It could be either or.
We could always bring you something back.
Is your cafeteria that we went to a long time ago going to Charleston? Is that still open?
Go.
No, we don't have
They're gone.
I think somebody likes your spoons.
Now,
Well, here's the good news. Anything we're bringing, the container or the spoons, you can have them if you like them.
Those are the Chinese soup spoons.
I use them every day.
Oh, okay. I like those.
You know, I go, thank you.
Oh.
We left some last
You're very
night?
welcome.
No, I gave them back to you.
Oh, okay.
You can have more.
What now?
They were those pretty blue ones, but we've got white ones.
Okay.
No, those are good.
But you can keep them.
What are those?
Pecans.
They were delicious. Roasted pecans.
Light and salted.
My mama used to do those.
Just 3 ingredients.
Father,
The pecans, roast them real dark. Then I have a sprayer. I spray fresh olive oil on it, not a can.
well, if you
And then I put salt.
They bring out their own.
That's it.
And that's it. There's nothing else. No sugar or any MSG.
Those are good.
I'm glad you like them. But we'd be happy to take you. This cafeteria is closed, so obviously that's not an option. But Los Arcos, you guys used to say that the service was better when I came in with you, because you seem to think that the food was better, and
Last time we were there, she said, boy, did Joe get,
I
What are you
said, I
doing?
wish Joe were here to, cause he knew what to order,
Mm-hmm.
and,
They had good food. I mean, you had a good Mexican restaurant.
Cheese dip.
and,
huh?
Don't give away all the secrets.
Oh,
What now?
She's trying to give away all the secrets.
there was
Well, now she doesn't know how to guard these important secrets.
And it does.
She's you've heard of a sieve, right?
Have you seen any of
And then
the
the drill bits. You've got like the quarter, the real big one.
the second and third one?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I went off, I got off on a tangent. We didn't have
Oh, yes. We talked about Roscoe, Pep. What was the name of the store? It was a gas station or a convenience store where Pat went inside and you stayed in the vehicle. Was it his?
Knightsville. I went in town. Pat had newspapers in there. It was her account, and so she went in. I guess to check them or take more or something. And I sat in the truck and I saw Peppy. I knew it was stray. He was running a pack.
I didn't see it coming. Jumped out my skin.
He saw me. He walked over to me, and I picked him up, and I put him in the truck. Then I got in the damn truck. She said, "Oh, you don't bring that damn dog."
oh, Peppy, you talking about Peppy, right up here.
Don't you get out of this van.
He was eating hot, yeah, I said, don't, I knew what the way it was gonna go. I said, don't get out of this van, Buck. Get out, you got out?
Well, he said he didn't get out.
He did.
He said they came to him and said, "You know anybody who needs a dog?"
No.
And then he said, "The pound has
I
arrived."
didn't take him
They
down.
were eating hot dogs, that woman was feeding hot dogs.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, I want to.
I like his story better. It was actually he said I didn't get out of the van. I just said the pound has arrived and they brought the dog to him.
No, don't believe all that.
All right. No big deal. He was a great dog. I like that.
So Peppy, we got to go to Monk's Corner. Peppy rode with us to Monk's Corner.
Peppy sat right up on that, right between my seat, sitting right up on top of it, looking out,
Yeah.
and that's where he rode for the next 10 years.
Which dog was it? We went to the Waffle House with Swan Carey that time, and one of the dogs wanted to sit behind your neck in the car. It wasn't Pep.
Roscoe, maybe?
Roscoe didn't use it.
No.
No.
I couldn't believe it. It was right up here behind your neck. And I
That
don't
might
know.
have been Peppy. I don't know.
That
Would-
had to be Peppy.
It wouldn't have been Rosie, would it?
No.
Okay.
You want me to say this?
No? No.
That was good. That was real good.
And how did you get Rosie? You told me about Roscoe at Jan's place.
Oh, a neighbor gave us Rosie.
Our
Okay.
neighbor.
Our neighbor, a child had, a lady, a widow lady, and then a recent widow lady had bought the dog as, I guess, more of a comforter for the child, for her child. And they locked it in a bathroom.
When they would go to work, she had to work.
Well, she had to work, of
They
course.
put the dog in the bathroom.
And the dog messed up the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
And it had no social skills whatsoever.
Oh, wow. That
And
was right.
the dog stayed in the bathroom for, I guess, I don't know how long. And so that's when she said they had to give it up.
Mm.
And then Connie, our neighbor, asked us if we were interested in a dog. No, the dog. Pat said immediately, no, hell no.
Thank you.
And I said, yes, we are. That's the truth.
Do you remember the time Lucianne was getting ready to graduate from some level of equestrian event?
That was Rosie.
And you all were driving on your way there, and Lucianne started to cry when you guys got there. You remember what she was crying about?
We didn't bring the dog.
Right. Your mom was there. You were there.
We took
Yeah.
Rosie, we took
I would take Rosie. Yeah, would not. Yeah.
Well, in this particular event, I don't know what it was, but
Yeah.
I remember you coming back and you telling me that Dot, let her rest in peace, had gotten upset with Lucienne because Lucienne started to cry, and she was crying pretty hysterically, according to what you guys were telling me. I wasn't there, and you all had made it. Francis, everybody was there. She had a lot of support, and she said, "I wanted Rosie to come."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was her dog. We said that was her dog.
Oh.
And Rosie.
I think your mama told me.
That
She said,
sounds-
And she'd give that dog so many baths every time she
Oh
come.
my God.
Rosie got baths. And
"That's cool."
At that time, they had 2 dachshunds. Was that? Did they have the
I
dachshunds?
don't know if there's.
Oh, yeah, an Irish
That
setter.
Dot had those.
Anyway.
I was all in the dog. Did I miss any dogs? You mentioned Lady. What was the Boykin's name?
Oh God, I can't remember.
Okay.
That was a
I know,
very
and you know Candy.
troubled time in my life.
Lady.
Now, Big Granny had Tinker.
Tinker
Chihuahua.
Tom.
Okay.
Tinker Tom was named after Fabian. All of this.
Fabian the singer?
Yep.
Okay.
You know, you heard of him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That was a great fan.
Like
Pat was a
Fabian,
great.
Donovan, that whole
Yep.
time period.
Pat was a great fan of Fabian.
All right.
Well, I remember Fabian.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. And
How
then
about there's a German Shepherd in one photo?
German Shepherd.
I don't know.
Oh,
what
that's
that
not a German Shepherd. That's just a shepherd-looking dog.
Oh, a shepherd looking.
That was Oliver. That was Tippy.
Tippy?
Tippy.
Tippy.
You should remember Tippy. He was with Oliver when he died.
I remember.
is. Wow.
Even I think he.
Contraction.
I think I remember Tinker. The
Tinker was
Chihuahua.
another. Yeah, was a Chihuahua.
Tinker and
No.
Tippy.
Mm-hmm.
Tinker.
They coexisted for a period of time.
Maybe briefly.
Okay.
One was an outside dog. One was an inside
Okay,
dog.
that makes sense. But I can't
Peppy
imagine
went. I mean,
that shepherd
Tinker.
one.
Tippy went everywhere with Oliver. Everywhere. He rode up on that
Well,
tractor.
I didn't get to spend as much time with Ollie Boy as David.
Yeah, David probably.
Yeah.
Here's a hot and sultry subject.
What?
I'm not sure if Pat can handle this or not, but what was the name of the first girl you kissed?
You remember?
Shirley Bishop.
Shirley Bishop?
Yeah.
How old were you?
10 or 11 years old.
Yeah? You want to know how old I was when I kissed a girl?
Huh?
You want to know how old I was when I first kissed a girl? I was 5. We were living in Jupiter, Florida. There was a girl across the street.
Tell him his name.
Her name was Cookie. That was not her given name.
Cookie.
And she used to knock on the door. I didn't have a brother at this point. And I used to tell my mom I was lonely, I wanted to go out, and she didn't know the neighborhood, didn't want me going out. And Cookie would knock on the door and say, "Can Joey come out and play?" And my dad had a boat, like a John boat, if you will, in the backyard, flipped upside down. And she said, "Look, it's shady under there, let's go under there." And next thing I know, she was an attractive girl at the age of 5, where our tastes are very, very sophisticated. And-
You know, that's something that you even thought that way.
Oh,
She's a cute girl.
oh, she was definitely cute. But, and she starts kissing me, and I'm, oh, this is nice. And she says, "Do you know how to French kiss?" I said, "No, what is that?" She says, "I'll teach you." And the next thing I know, she's putting her tongue in my mouth.
Oh my God.
And I remember,
At that age.
yeah,
That is something.
I mean,
For
she
Jupiter,
came-
Florida.
she came back into the house.
That's where Aunt Karen was.
Uh-huh.
She came back into the house. My mom said it was okay. Go into my bedroom, the door's open. Talks to me into taking all my clothes off to play doctor.
Oh
And
my God.
I mean, she had no chest. I mean, it was just like me. It was like Bonan in that picture with
This
her
is
without a...
5 years old?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even turn 8 in Florida. We turned 8 in New Jersey. So I had like a little harem, 5, 6, 7. There was a girl named Mitzi who was a friend of Cookie's, and they were perfectly okay with it. But I did get mono. I got mono in Jupiter, and they called it a kissing disease. So I guess I got it from one of the girls. I don't know.
Oh my God, John.
But I thought this was normal. Then I came to New Jersey thinking that I'm going to find another girl, and I didn't have another girlfriend until, I don't know, teenager. So I went through a dry spell from say 7 to maybe 13, 14. I didn't have a girlfriend. So So you kissed Shirley Bishop. You were 10.
On the back of Aunt Louise's mother's porch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did she teach you how to French kiss?
Later, she became pregnant by Judge Ness, who was a very, very, very prominent
Wow.
judge in this state.
Elliot Ness?
No,
Okay.
there are two statues on the front of the State House
Wow.
steps. One is Ness, and the other is I can't remember the guy's name now, but they ran this state for years.
Wow.
He was far, far older, and she got her pregnant. She's probably like 16.
Ooh.
So this is like this Epstein thing.
Yes.
Okay, he was in his 40s. He got her pregnant, and
What a mess.
yeah,
Did she keep the baby?
no,
Okay.
she gave the baby up. And today the last time I saw Shirley, she was just a very angry person.
Did the Ness guy get off?
Oh
And
yeah,
nobody-
he bought his way out of it. He paid for everything, and he never got any problems at all.
Well, on a lighter note, as a kid, what was your favorite candy?
Candy, payday.
Payday. That's a good one. The salty nuts.
Yep.
I like that one.
Yep.
The-
Payday.
And how about today?
Today, probably kisses. Chocolate
They're
kisses.
easy to eat. Yeah.
You like dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
No chocolate. Dark
What was your favorite ice cream as a kid?
ice cream peach.
Oh, that's a good one.
We always had peach.
And today?
Today, vanilla.
Well, that makes sense. That's increasingly popular, we're noticing. The purists, the people who really like ice cream will say, just give me the vanilla. How about your favorite food as a kid?
Yeah.
If you need a break, just say, hey Alphonse, I've had enough. Let's take a break
When he
here.
asked me this, I'm like, man, I liked everything.
As a kid.
How about top 5? To make it easier or harder?
Yeah, well, fried chicken.
Okay.
The top of the list.
Your mama's fried chicken?
Yeah.
She's saying,
Fried
you
pork.
better say mine.
Fried chicken or fried pork chop.
Oh, I love fried pork chops and fried chicken. How about side dishes?
Oh, all the vegetables. String beans. You didn't like butter beans, you didn't like peas. Well, there weren't too many vegetables I did like.
Did you eat collards as a kid?
No, wouldn't touch a collard.
Okay. Broccoli?
Broccoli I ate. No spinach.
Beets?
Beets I ate.
That's pretty good for a kid.
Huh?
Rutabagas?
Yes.
I love rutabagas.
I love it. Yeah.
How about today? What are your favorite foods?
Probably black-eyed peas.
Oh, wow.
And butter beans.
Wow. Do you like black beans? Or how about the refried beans at the Mexican place? You don't like those either? Wow.
There's really not much I like in a Mexican restaurant, to be honest with you.
Murray liked salsa and the taco salad, I thought, but
Taco salad, the last one I got down here,
We were disappointed.
oh,
we were disappointed.
well, we can go 2 routes. One, I can order things that you haven't had before, or we can go to another restaurant. You don't have to worry about the Mexican. Trotters is last time I didn't look this particular trip, but the previous trip I looked and they were open. If you wanted to go to Trotters, if you can handle that kind of experience, I'd be
Oh, that's too far. That's way down.
okay.
Where y'all staying?
We're not far.
We're not far
We're
from
close. We're closer this time than we were the first time, but we're still we're not down the street, but we're close.
Because there is a house, I think, the retired teacher, I think that house is on, I think she's doing that.
Right here?
short-term rental.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
But we're not there. But really, I mean, if we go to Mexican
To be
places,
honest
you
with you,
don't.
I just about have stopped going out to eat.
Yeah, I believe it.
And the reason I have, it's sort of like with Trump, it's gotten to be so pricey for what you get
You're right.
and the
You're-
quality
you're-
of what you.
Nothing's changed. The
What?
economy is on the up.
You're
Quite
exactly
expensive.
you're exactly right, but I will say this: you've been there, Pat's been there. We're probably getting there. You reach that point in your life where you realize that time is not limitless, and when you have an opportunity with somebody, don't let a little bit of money, whether it's double the price,
No. I understand.
just like
that.
don't let that be a barrier, an opportunity to break a tortilla, if you will, or break bread with your father-in-law, with your
That's
father.
not- Yes.
By the way, Diana's paying with her babysitting money. She hadn't told you she's been making a lot of babysitting money as a side job, and
Yeah.
all
One of
cash,
my various side jobs.
all cash.
But that's some of my and too. Pat's a good cook,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and
Absolutely.
and when you have good food at home,
that's true.
that's why I'm staying at a place where
Yeah.
it has a
It
kitchen.
and you walk out of the restaurant and you spent $35.
And you don't
And
like
maybe
it.
it's my frugality now that I'm older.
If it would make you happier, we can
You know,
take you to our Airbnb, and I've got a variety of sausage, good sausage.
it's just a matter of it becomes
We've got cabbage I can make.
what's more comfortable.
How
you
long
know.
would you say is from here to there? 10 minutes?
Yeah, 15 tops.
Yeah. I mean, literally, we get on St. James and get right back off of St. James.
Oh wow, so you in Goose Creek?
In Goose Creek.
Oh my God.
Goose Creek. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Where that big church.
Don't tell anybody.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, don't tell anybody. Where that big church is.
Huh?
It's a bunch of it's an older neighborhood. But there,
Like that, Camelot.
it's very similar to your mom's layout.
Is that behind the Nissan?
There's a big church and there's an elementary school over there. But the elementary school's off the road.
Diana's talked about Ollie Boy having pigs
Uh-huh.
and other animals. You ever have any cows?
Yeah.
When did he stop having cows?
Just well, I had to get rid of him after he died.
Okay, so it's
We
Diana
had,
didn't seem to remember cows.
But see, I
I remember a
sold
mule.
the assist died some 4 or 5 years before Ardmore died.
That was the mule with Sis.
Yeah. Yeah.
He named after
He had Sis.
Jakey Lee.
Huh?
Was that named after Jakey Lee?
No.
Sis? Okay.
No, he had Sis he bought Sis in 1947, because he'd always tell me Sis was almost 40 years old, and she died. But you asked me about what was it? You asked about the cows.
Yeah.
He had numerous cows. Charlet was a breed.
Oh, Charlie was a breed.
A
Okay.
breed, it's an English breed. It's a mousy, whitish looking mousy colored cow. And he had, he must have had 10 or 15 at one time.
10 or 15 cows at one time.
Uh-huh.
What did he do with them?
He would sell them. He sold them for beef and the like. Yeah,
Did he sell the milk?
no.
How did you guys go through all that milk?
Well, you let the calf have the milk. And the
So
calf-
he was doing some serious reproduction.
Well, I mean, this is over a period. He retired when he was 65. He didn't die until he was 72, I think. So he started that. So that was over a period of 8 years, 10
So you
years.
didn't have 10 cows at the same time. He had
No,
like
no,
one
no,
kid.
no.
Yeah.
I missed.
No, all at one time.
Yeah.
Okay.
About
okay.
7 was what normally he kept was about 7. But over a period of time,
10 to 15.
he had at least probably 15.
Okay.
Yeah, because we had enough that he had to get a bull. 'Cause we first started off doing artificial insemination, and then once he kept holding on to him, and they kept, once you get 3, then you got 6, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
just
Exponentially.
it goes on, I always tell Pat it's like saving money. When you get to a certain point,
Yeah.
it adds
The
up.
carryover
A
interest.
cruise.
Yeah.
Compounding.
Ah,
It does. You,
Yeah.
you get that at a certain point, you're exactly right.
Yeah, and it's like, I always say it's like food. Pat and I have, that's the biggest discussion we have every day, is what we're going to eat. And it becomes a point where you just don't,
Well, our tastes have changed.
and my uncle said, David, I always said in the jewelry business, you know, love drives a lot of things, and it drove our industry completely. But he said if you make everything available to everybody, you find discontentment. And I said I couldn't figure that out. But you know, as you grow older, and things that you always thought you were ecstasy for you when you were younger, when all those things are available to you, you become disenchanted. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it becomes you become bored, and that's and people always say, how could somebody like, well, Presley or
You can't appreciate what you have today if you didn't have less before. If you're born into
yeah, you got the comic that Robin Williams who hung himself on a doorknob. You know, how does somebody do that? Well, your life becomes that meaningless when you don't have something to get excited about, or you know what I'm saying?
You know, my grandmother used to tell me when I was probably a 10, and I think I heard about various musicians getting themselves into trouble with drugs, suicide, things of that nature. She used to say, Joseph, you'll learn this when you get older, but it's very lonely at the top. I said,
Yeah.
what do you mean? She said, when they actually make it, they suddenly find themselves, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. My dream was always that I could be just comfortable, and you know, and we're comfortable, and we said it last night. We were bored, and I said, Pat always has a joke because I don't play cards. She said, let's play cards.
Yeah, I'll play. You want to play? I'll play with you.
Probably not anymore.
No, I wouldn't. But anyway, you wonder how people like that, you know, succumb to suicide and things. It's because their lives become sort of meaningless.
Well, especially once they start dabbling with getting addicted to things like heroin.
I
You
couldn't imagine.
that whole Club 27, the musicians, Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, Kurt
Only
Cobain.
make it to 27
It-
they peaked
It's
and then
it's
died.
so
Anyway,
I'm back to the top 5
Yeah.
foods. What was Big Granny's top 5 favorite dishes? What did she really?
Fried chicken. Yeah.
Did she have a second favorite?
We've been frying pork chops from.
Well, just like you.
That's right. She had it all.
What was Big Granny's weakness as far as desserts?
Red velvet cake.
Oh, yeah?
All of them. Yeah, any cake. Yeah, she loved
She loved
cakes
food,
and she
from
loved
what I
pies.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can understand.
Is that where Diana gets it from?
I don't know. Does she
Oh, I
like?
think I got one of your old bags. I saved it.
Oh, that was a gift.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all don't want it
We,
We
I thought
needed
next
that.
Halloween you could have Dave put it on. cut a couple eye holes out.
I went to the grocery store. I used it in the grocery store one time.
They're like,
That's
what,
good.
man?
That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
There was a point in time before Florida Annual, I want to say, you took a job at, was it Bojangles or another chicken chain?
Yeah.
Um,
Just 2 weeks.
How long? Just 2 weeks you were there. I had 2 weeks coincidentally with KFC. I don't know if you remember that or not.
No.
It was in.
Yes, you did get me that.
It was
one
in.
time.
It was when we were in North Miami. I was driving to Davie, Florida, for the job, and at the maybe the 10-day mark,
Yeah.
I was like, how does anybody do this? I mean, I had already worked in the business, so I knew how hard the work was, but that was my first time in a fast food environment, and they had all these rules. And they were training you in the rules, and then while you're learning them, they're also not following them. So you're in this bind, like, am I supposed to do what they're saying to do or do what they're actually doing. And then if you actually follow the rules, they'd start yelling at you like, "Don't throw that away." But you just told me after 15 minutes. Like, yeah, but that's just the rule. But you don't actually follow the rules. It's just stuff like that. And then once they gave me the drive-through headphones, and they didn't train me, so I didn't know what buttons to push. It was.
I took the test.
You went to work for Floor Daniel as a carpenter.
I aced the test, and they made me what do you call it? Journeyman. Made me a journeyman carpenter.
Wow.
And the first guy, and of course my boss knew that I knew nothing about carpentry. So first thing he did was always a standing joke with us. He always says, "I want you to go out and build me a skyhook."
A skyhook.
Skyhook. Now, that's a standard joke in the carpentry business.
This is like the bucket of steam.
It's nothing. You can't
But
build a damn skyhook.
Pat, can you bring me back a bucket of steam?
Yeah,
With a 3-foot grill
yeah,
extender?
It's bullshit. and so I went outside with this helper they gave me, and I said, "What the fuck? What is a skyhook, dude?" I said, "I don't know what I'm doing." And he didn't have a clue either, and so we farted around for a couple of hours, went back and told them, I can't remember what we told them, they all were laughing, like, So anyway, they made me an expediter. Once you realized, he didn't want to let me go, but once he realized that I was not a carpenter, he said, "We need an expediter." And I said, and I excelled in that, and that was commandeering supplies. I was always good at that. And in the Army, I had a Jeep and nobody else had a Jeep. And it's, you do it kind of under the,
And speaking of the Army.
Stole it, in other words.
Oh.
Or I'd just go get a Jeep, or I'd trade.
You borrowed it.
Yeah, I'd trade 10 cases of sea rations for a Jeep.
Just for the privilege of being able to borrow it. You didn't take it to Laos and sell it.
Oh, no. Where were you?
Temporary possession.
Where were you going to take it?
Well, that's what I meant. When you say you stole it, wait, that can't.
No, it's not. You couldn't bring anything home. So I used it for my fellows. I used my fellow troopers. I had yeah. Food, all kinds of
just
stuff.
brought up the war. What was your first commander in boot camp's name?
Williams.
Williams. Was he a sergeant?
Oh, captain.
Captain Williams. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
No.
Oh,
Over tough so big.
every time.
No, he was not. He was not nice at all.
How long did boot camp last?
8 weeks.
8 weeks. Wow. How many guys got tattoos while they were in boot camp?
In boot camp, not in.
Were there any breaks during boot camp?
No.
Or 8 solid weeks. Okay.
No.
I remember my dad saying that some guys either showed up at boot camp or first break they went out and got tattoos and they were crying all night.
It was not available. See, it was against the law. I had boot camp here in South Carolina, and for many years it was against the law.
To get a tattoo.
Yeah, you
Okay.
had to go through the black market to get a tattoo.
That's probably what these guys. Because my dad said these guys were getting infections, and it was pretty bad.
It wasn't legalized in this state up until
I didn't know
10
that.
years ago.
Well, after the 8 weeks, what was your first assignment in Vietnam?
First assignment was 1st Air Cav Division, 1st Air Cav 199
Well, none of those are as bad as
at Field 881.
Like a bull.
Wow. You remember what the name of the commanding officer was there?
Have you seen the
Muzan.
Busan?
Muzan.
And he was a captain?
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite food memory of Vietnam? Remember you said a while back you told me that you knew that they had good food because we were telling you we were going to some Saigon grill.
Oh yeah.
And you said, oh, Vietnamese food. You said they're good cooks.
They're wonderful cooks. They had the chicken It was like a chop suey.
Yeah.
It was all in one meal. It was all in one
bowl?
One bowl.
With the noodles?
Yep. Oh, everything. It was noodles. But they would use the chicken feet
Oh.
and the heads. They'd sell the chicken and use the necks and the.
Feet for the soups?
Yeah.
You like their soups?
Yeah. Oh, still do this day. That's the first thing I'll get when I go to a Chinese restaurant.
Soup.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. What's your go-to Chinese place now, with the buffet being closed?
Well, it's all the place closed. I guess when there's a place called N&W or something, we go down on North, on Rivers Avenue. I go to now.
You gotta go far.
Well, it's relatively.
Is it a buffet or a sit-down restaurant?
I'm a big buffet guy.
Sure, I mean, you don't have to wait.
I get what I want.
Instant food. If you want to go out and smoke a cigarette, you can do that.
Yeah.
You want to take a break?
No, go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised at your stamina. Very impressive. I know you had your first car was a Buick. Diana just asked you about it. What was the color of it?
Blue.
Blue.
White top.
Soft? Soft top? Just white.
Just white hard top.
Wow.
Hard top.
How many miles to the gallon did that get? I think you said it was before catalytic converters, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, it was very good. 18, 20 miles probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
8-cylinder?
8 so.
Is it automatic?
Mm-hmm. No, straight drive. Straight drive.
Like a column?
On column.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Very unusual back then. Everything Buick was almost mostly all automatic. But this was unusual. It's straight drive.
And what type of Buick was it? What was the type of Buick?
Buick Special.
Buick Special. I'm not familiar with
It was
that.
like a LeSabre. It was like the middle between a Roadmaster and the cheapest one they made, whatever it was.
Do you remember the Electra?
Yeah.
My grandmother had it was big. You could put probably 5 bodies in the trunk.
I had one, not an electric, but I had a LeSabre, which Diana would remember.
What year was that LeSabre?
Well, I can kind of do
70s?
This has been 80,
Okay.
maybe 78.
Was it, those were big.
Yeah.
That big
That was a
LeSabre.
full size four-door sedan.
What kind of mileage did that get? Less than 20?
Actually, it was good.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
Probably Still Sound of Music.
Really? Wow.
Probably.
Yeah, they tell stories.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
First time I saw it was in Okinawa, and it was in Chinese, in Japanese, and I had to read the captions.
Wow.
That was in 1967.
Did you notice?
When they do stuff
Well,
like
she's missing out. Well, that's what the good thing about being recorded is.
Of 68, I guess.
So if you have a top 5 of movies, does that make it easier? Like to say, like these are my favorites?
Oh, top 5.
10, 5 or 10?
Oh, God.
I guess you're probably not a.
Oh, Yellow.
Oh, that's a good one.
Sound of Music.
it's just getting.
I mean, the storyline of Sound of Music is actually beautiful when you actually get down to the fact that it's a one form or another. It's a Holocaust
I
movie.
just hardly remember all the. I've seen so many movies in my lifetime.
Gone with the Wind is that up there for you or not really? Rocky, Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump is good. Yeah.
How about Shawshank Redemption?
Oh,
Different,
It's a good one.
that will be the top one of the top.
Yeah, it's on my list. And Forrest Gump is too, for that matter.
so what?
How about
did your
Jaws, the
friend-
original?
No.
You didn't like it? Wow.
accepted it, or-
You're not an ocean person?
No, it's just I think I knew too much about the production of it before I saw it,
Oh,
and
spoiled it?
yeah, it spoiled it for me because I knew it was a very archaic
I just
setup.
love. I personally, I love the acting when the 3 guys are on the boat.
Oh,
and you've got Robert Shaw and Richard Dreyfuss at each other's
Richard
throats.
Dreyfuss is still. I see anything. Remember, he did a movie about an orchestra.
Mr. Holland's Opus.
Yes.
Very good movie. In fact, I think you recommended it to us
Wonderful movie.
20 some odd years ago.
Wonderful movie.
Remember the girl Gretchen?
Yep.
She was kind of the ugly misfit.
Overweight.
And then at the end of the movie, he realizes I made a difference. And they're closing down the music department. It's very bittersweet, but he realizes it's not all bad.
But Richard Dreyfuss is excellent, excellent.
Yeah, I won't disagree with that.
She and Sean Connery and
You know,
Harrison Ford does good.
yes. What's your favorite James Bond movie?
Pretty good.
The one
That's
we do
And Russia was love.
That's a good one. You know why I like that one? Robert Shaw's in it.
Is that right?
Quint from Jaws. He's one of my favorite actors.
Ironically, when I was senior in high school, we had the senior class went to NASA
Bahamas.
on our senior trip, and we went over there on a cruise ship. It's called the USS Yarmouth Castle, and we docked in Nassau, and I went to Freeport, which at that time had absolutely nothing on it. It was completely naked.
You went there in high school.
Yes,
Wow.
1960.
Did you know this, Diana?
1964. That was in 19. Yeah, no, 19. By now it's 1965. And when I got out of, they took you over on a glass bottom boat, so you could see the
Fish.
fish, and the clearness of the view. And we docked, and it was a walkway right down the middle of the island to the ocean. They had jeeps or something that would take you over there, and nothing there now, but they had a cabana. They served hamburgers and hot dogs for people that were on the ship.
Wow.
As a meal. And so I rode over there, and I saw this congregation of people further down the island with these trailers and all this stuff. And I said, what the hell? I've always been a curious person anyway. I walked down there, and who in the old Elv, Sean Connery, and the whole crew was filming. Back then it was Thunder. Yeah,
there was one. It's a lot
Thunderball.
of time in the water.
Yeah.
That's the one.
that's the one.
Wow.
They were filming.
I didn't know it was in
that.
the Bahamas, but
It was filmed right there on Freeport.
that makes sense because the water was beautiful.
Oh, it was filmed right there, and I stood from here to that door from Sean Connery, and I looked at him and I said, that ain't the same person I see in the movie, because I had acne real bad, and he had acne real bad, and his face was
Ruddy.
rutted. And it was like the first time I saw Robert Redford. He was when they did Bagger Lance.
Okay.
They filmed it at Kiowa.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
And I went out. I delivered the papers at the end, and he was standing at the end of the walkway when I walked out. They were staying there at the end, and the doorman, the guy who opened the doors for the guests and all. I said, who in the hell is that? And he said, that's Robert Redford. And so I turned around, I made an excuse to go back so I could get a better look at him. And I said, I called Pat. I said, I just saw Robert Redford. I said, and he doesn't look anything like. And my God, he was a mass of wrinkles, freckles. He had this red hair. Undoubtedly.
Very leathery skin.
Yeah. Oh, real leathery skin. He'd been exposed to sun a lot in his life, undoubtedly.
I believe you're right.
And he was a rack of bones.
Mm.
I mean, he didn't weigh 135 pounds.
Wow.
To me, that's
thin.
he's kind of rather tall, But anyway,
No,
go ahead.
That's great.
When he was young.
You won't believe this. Maybe you will, but I don't have too many pictures to back it up. But there was a point in time when we lived in Jupiter. I don't know that we would make it more than 2 months without somebody telling either my mom or my dad firsthand, you know, you look just like Robert Redford. I never really saw, but he used to get that from people all the time.
Huh.
It stopped by the time he hit 40. I don't think anybody said it anymore.
Your dad, your
Yeah.
stepdad?
My biological dad, when we lived in Jupiter, Florida in particular. And there are some similarities. He's a better looking guy than me, I would say. Diana might not, but he had blue
Your dad's
eyes,
a
and
better looking guy than you?
I would say
No,
so.
no,
At any rate, just the Robert Redford thing. Back to the car.
Yeah.
The Buick was your first. What's of all the cars you've had, including driving Francis's van? What's been your favorite car so far?
Yeah, a BMW.
Oh, what kind of BMW is it?
535.
Wow, a big one.
Oh yeah.
I
Wow.
remember the 321,
Yeah.
maybe a 323, but you also had a Mazda. I think that was called a 323.
Oh yeah, that was before then. That was a little car.
Yeah, it was kind of a greenish blue
Yeah, I got it.
color with
That
white
one-
interior.
That was when we were going through the fuel crisis.
Ah,
It was a true kamikaze car. $2,200 they did, a brand new.
wow.
Your dad was telling us about favorite movies. I got down Sound of Music, Shawshank, Forrest Gump. He didn't like Jaws. He said he had seen too much of the
Yeah, when
details
I-
before we got
I
to
remember they ruined it for me because they said they used a
Mechanical Shark.
mechanical shark. It wasn't even a mechanical shark. They used a float or something. It was
At
very
times, I think they did.
it was very low budget.
You know what he says, Spielberg?
Mm.
He actually says he's thankful that the sharks were as uncooperative as they were, the mechanical sharks, because it forced him to lean into the music in people's imaginations to try to figure out what does this shark look like. You know, we're only seeing a fin here and there. And he said because if he had a better shark, he said he would have ruined the movie. He said so the shark actually saved his career by not working.
You never saw the whole shark.
That's
And well, then I realized why you didn't see the whole shark.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't a whole shark.
You know what the name of the primary shark was? Bruce.
Uh,
You know why I picked that name?
uh,
It was the name of his attorney.
uh.
Oh.
And there's a lot of interesting facts that went along with sharks.
Exactly.
Yeah, we watched a couple of the documentaries.
Did you?
Yeah, they were good.
This is a really tough one.
Uh-oh.
Dave, what is your favorite color?
Blue.
All right. Any particular shade?
Andy,
Light blue.
sky blue,
Okay.
light blue. Ooh, I smelled that one. Is that you?
We talk about movies. What was your favorite TV show?
Probably the Walton.
Next
One of the Waltons.
Just
Number 2?
Dallas.
Oh, wow. Did you like anything goofy like the Three Stooges or the Addams Family?
I like the Little Rascals.
They were good. The Munsters?
No.
Not really, okay. The Little Rascals are good. What's your favorite song? Top 5 if one's too
I
hard.
wouldn't know.
Probably Fats Domino sitting on the dock of the bay.
Oh,
Or the Temptations.
sitting on Dr. Bay's good one.
Otis
Sitting
Redding.
in the morning
Yeah.
sun. I'll be sitting when the evening comes.
Yeah, when I found that song, it Let the Four Winds Blow, and I played it on that little record player that the granny had. It was warped. The record had been in that little room for so long. And I and I could speed it up. Honey, the land, the land.
Who's your favorite female singer? Just vocals.
Crystal Gay.
Oh wow, that's a pretty voice. Pretty voice. Male vocals.
Yeah, with Rogers.
About Marvin Gaye.
Not Marvin Gaye, Kenny Rogers, Nat King Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned Fats Domino.
Yeah.
Maybe not the.
Oh, yeah, the Temptations, the Imperials,
Got that.
I grew up in that. I was one of those rare birds in that era that liked black music when nobody else liked black music.
It's great
So
stuff.
I went to see everything from the Righteous Brothers to which that's another good trio of people.
Yeah.
Not Ray. Yeah, I did see Ray Charles.
How'd you like that?
Ray Charles is wonderful. Your mother and I went to see a lot of what's the girls? Diana
The
Ross.
Supremes.
Really?
Oh yeah, Diana. We saw
Those are
Diana,
good voices.
Those are,
They-
yeah.
Diana Ross, who was the Womack girl. Not Womack.
Mary Wells?
No.
Oh, you're about somebody else now, not the Supremes?
What's her name?
I like the Maples,
The Maple Sisters.
Maple Sisters.
The Mighty Clouds of Joy.
Oh, yeah. I remember
Wow.
you had
Yeah.
tape.
Was wait a minute. Don Williams.
Oh,
That's good.
yes.
All of
I Believe in You. It's a great
yeah.
song. That's one of those songs that I challenge almost anybody. Just listen to it, and if you don't like it, it's okay, but it's a hard song not to like. He speaks so clearly, you can understand it the first time you hear the lyrics. You don't have to really guess. What is he saying?
What's right is right and what's wrong
Yeah,
is wrong.
exactly.
right. What's wrong is wrong. He said it all with all that.
Don't
but,
believe virginity. This is
Probably as it used to
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
Yeah.
And see, that was popular. With you remember the Bill Luther?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Bill, I went out to Dallas with Bill one time, and he took me to what's the bar?
Nikki Gillis.
Mickey Gillis.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I thought I had been to a big bar in my life. But when I saw Mickey Gillis, they had 5 bands. It was that big. 5 bands playing at one time in one building, and there was no mixture of music.
Was this before Urban Cowboy or after?
This is during the Urban Cowboy.
Wow.
The bucking horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mechanical bull.
Mechanical bull.
Well-
People stand in line to ride.
Did you ever ride one?
No.
My Uncle Joe broke his wrist.
Oh, really?
Um,
They must have had 4 or 5 of those things. That was the biggest damn bar I've ever seen in my life. Well, matter of fact, you had to take a train, not a train,
Trolley.
trolley from your car to the entrance of it to get in. Crazy. Anyway,
Pat, should I put a break there? You ready to go out and get something to eat?
Oh, no.
Oh, I mean, I guess what I meant is, are you hungry enough to go out to eat? We can go someplace where no one has to get any change of clothes. We can just go the way we are.
So you gonna go, Dave?
yeah.
Remember, it's a free therapy session. You can tell us all the way Pat drives you crazy. And we won't come back and tell her anything.
And wherever we go, Dad can pick out something that you
And then, you know another thing, when I'm sleeping, she
You're
likes to
gonna
stick
get
needles in my
Francis,
feet.
right? You're going to get Francis on.
What I was going to say is, if Pat doesn't want to go and we just take you out, we would promise we would take Francis out separately.
Oh, she'd
And
be
she-
hard,
and
brother.
so we wouldn't leave without taking your mom out to eat somewhere. But as for first
if she
meal,
wants to go.
yeah, if she wants to go.
If
Oh,
there's
but
some shrimp to be had.
as a first opportunity, keep it simple.
I bet she will.
I'll be honest, I'm actually pretty hungry, and I know if I'm hungry, Diana's probably
I
starving.
have had some pecans.
But you can pick a place, or you can just say take me
Since
back
I
to the
wasn't thinking about it,
Airbnb,
I have no idea. Huh?
or you can say take us back to our Airbnb, and
Jim can cook up some sausages.
it's always different when you're not in your own kitchen. You got to kind of
Yeah.
learn, but it's electric stove. I can adapt.
Just now. Whatever y'all want to do. I can't make it do. I can't think of anything close by without going to Gilligan's, and
Yeah.
with Francis with that
Sure.
damn seafood.
I
Sure.
God almighty, damn.
We actually thought about it last night, and Joe made a very good point. No, save that for when we take Francis out. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's where
Oh
she
my
likes to
God,
go.
that's all. That's all.
Well, you mentioned the Chinese place on Rivers.
Yeah, I don't think Francis.
Would you like to try that?
I don't think
Well, it could
Francis-
just be the three of us right now. Well, like I said, if your mom's up to it, I promise we'll take her out. We can do it.
Give her our undivided attention.
We can do a simple. Chinese buffets are usually easy to get in and out of.
Yeah, this is easy.
I only charge 50 cents a mile for the drive, so if you
That's
bring,
fine. That's fine.
if you have exact change, it's only $1. So
This
it's,
is finest
you get a
rental cars.
you get a
This is
discount.
Toyota Camry.
Yeah, it's been a good car. The only problem I have is that this
What do you
design
have?
seats.
What are you driving, John?
It's a rental Toyota Camry. The only thing I don't like about it is they've got the seats now where they've got a raised edge on the lip, so getting out isn't too hard, but getting in, I've got to try to remember to kind of lift myself up.
Brother.
Yeah, basically, yeah. 'Cause I actually felt like I was going to fall out of the car second time, I think, getting back in. I was like, oh, I wasn't ready for this. So you want to try the Chinese buffet? What
Yeah,
time?
so,
It's 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Do they stay open straight through, or is it?
Oh, yeah,
is it,
yeah,
is
they're
this a place
open.
where we better off? We could go now, no problem.
We can go right now. You know, that's what I like to go. I look at, I can look at Pat at 2 o'clock and say, of course she's going to know that I'm going to take Chinese or what's the other place I used to go. I don't go as much as anymore. Well, I call it the Armstrong. What do you call it? Other place is the buffet.
Yeah, Golden Corral.
Golden Corral.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yes.
We haven't been to a Golden Corral since the pandemic.
Yeah.
So believe it or not, well, it is a hog trough. You're right, but it would be a treat for us to go, even for ourselves. We haven't been to one. We've been real selective about the restaurants that we've gone to.
We have
Just trying to.
Well, why don't you go with him? Why don't you go and y'all go to the Golden Corral?
Whichever one's
It
closer.
doesn't matter. Chinese
Or
is
is
close.
it Chinese?
Chinese is closer. We'll go there.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, or if you want to change your mind and go to Trotters, we'll take you to Trotters.
Oh no! I don't want to go all the way down China.
Just
That's
an offer.
all.
Just an offer. I even bought an Easy Pass at the Mark Clark now. It has the toll. I don't know what's the is there, you have to pay a toll now?
Not yet. They voted that down, so they're not.
Well, I didn't know it was up for a vote. Okay. I figured it was inevitable, but that's
Yeah.
good that.
We did see all the signs that your 1 cent tax paid for this. Your 1 cent tax paid for this.
What else do I have in here?
Joe.
Y'all going to the Chinese?
You get a little frisky later on, Pat? We brought you another birthday gift.
Oh
Hmm.
no, y'all get too much.
You could let Dave pick his flavor, and you could lay one on him.
What is that, Joe?
Was that chapstick?
Lip balm.
Oh, Pat used it.
Your mama uses it.
Oh my
But
God.
you might want to use it because of the flavors.
Okay.
If you ever felt like seducing him, you know.
What would be Hershey's
Oh,
is
you
your
mean
favorite?
you
out
mean
of
a
all
slip
those?
bar, but it tastes like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it smells and kind of has the taste when you do
Oh my
kiss.
God.
Yeah,
I'll have to
Reese's peanut butter
look
cup.
at that. Oh,
Smells.
wow.
And if you're not on the candy spectrum, you've got those to choose from.
Oh my God. Where do you find this stuff?
There's a black lady down the street.
He was honking it out of his car.
Yeah.
Those are all Coke.
She lives in a car with no wheels.
Yeah, the vanilla Coke is really good.
So you use this stuff?
I've tried a couple of
Yeah,
the
she put-
Fanta.
she
I
actually
don't use it.
She put one on the other day and said, "Guess which one this is?" I said, "It's the vanilla Coke." She says, "How did you get it?" Then there's other variety with more fruity
Cherry
flavors,
Coke.
and I can't tell the difference between strawberry and
Yeah, no,
watermelon.
the other ones were like strawberry and watermelon, but they're more like, you remember like when little girls have like lip gloss? They're more of those kind of fruity flavors.
And Andy and Lulu are okay with it. They're allowed to have.
Ooh, pet pantry snacks.
Oh, what's that?
Did I use your restroom, Dave?
Yes.
That,
right here.
that's where
Is it okay to use the restroom?
Jack and Ginger get their dog food brought to the house from the pet pantry. They're usually like fruit and vegetable
I'll just.
snacks.
see you in a second.
They might not like them.
No, I don't.
How do you open the window?
Yeah, it's got walls and cookies.
Oh, okay. Cheez-Its. They love cheez Andrew.
Let's see if I did that with my two dogs, they wouldn't know where it is. I have to actually like tap it. Oh, see, I didn't think your dogs were more selective.
Oh.
Give me that snack. Give me that snack. You don't want it? I'm gonna eat.
One in Spanish and one in English. If you wanted to figure out how to watch, feel like you've watched the whole game, but only have to watch it for 15 minutes, it's great because all the big plays it shows you, every score, whether it's a field goal or touchdown, safety, extra point or 2-pointer, and you're not dealing with endless commercials.
You're gonna miss some thing.
That's the way I look at it. We meant to give this to Pat yesterday. We'll probably try to stop by and bring this to her.
Oh my God.
We'll call that a late part of her.
Your charger battery thing.
Yeah, I think I left one of those wall chargers at your house. I wasn't sure what I was thinking, but this little black battery charger. I think I've got one in your wall.
Oh my God.
Pat's
the
probably
kitchen?
already found it.
That's possible.
No, I doubt it.
But I wanted to show you, this is very small sampling. Probably haven't shared this with you before, but my dad had it started out as a collection and he turned it into a side business. And then when he began to realize he was trying to downsize, he was having such a hard time letting some of the stuff go. He just said, just take all these tokens. He said, you want to sell some, sell some. If you want to give them away, give them away. But I'm going to give you one of these. If you ever want to see my dad's penmanship, it's a lot nicer than mine. But he actually had Pete's U.S. coins and tokens was his business at one point in time. You can see that card. I think he actually was using it to label stuff. It doesn't go on both sides. But I used to go to coin shows with him just about every Sunday.
Really?
And he would set up a table. Sometimes there were flea markets. Other times they were full-blown, nothing but coins. But I just grabbed 3 sheets, thinking that some of these might draw your attention. It may be too small to read.
No, I'm my glasses on.
But he had his own little system for how much he paid for them, so you could figure out what the break-even point was when people would negotiate it.
Well, is that a silver dollar?
Yeah, I was going to give one to you, Francis, and Pat.
Oh no, Joe, you need to keep those.
No, he gave me a bunch of them.
Huh?
A while back, he gave me, I think on my 30th birthday, maybe he gave me a roll of, I don't know how many were in there, but
Yeah, it's very heavy.
yeah, but I'd like you to take one of those. If you don't want it, I don't want to.
Oh, no, I will take it.
But I figured these were.
Oh God, yeah, I've got an eye like ink.
When's the last time you saw one of those?
Well, yeah, Maplewood's. That must be something in New Jersey. Catering for CSN, I remember him when he was a senator. Humphrey Muskie. I'm Nixon, yeah. I'm Nixon Line.
You remember much about Keating?
Huh?
You remember much about Keating?
I don't know about
There was I don't know exactly whether it was some sort of a scandal. Was it called the Keating Five or five guys?
Yeah,
some sort of collusion.
Dubut was mixed up in that same thing. The guy, McCain.
He admitted to it.
Yeah, McCain and.
By today's standards, it was nothing.
Yeah.
Was Dole involved with it?
Huh?
Was Dole? Bob Dole?
No,
The only one I can remember is McCain.
Of course, no, the
Oh,
gold.
you know what? It might have been the astronaut.
Glenn.
John Glenn, yeah.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That's who I was trying to think of. Yeah, that was a big deal.
No, I just wanted to show you my tiny little microcosm of my mid to late
Your son.
adolescence.
Right.
Any of these that you'd like, or all of them, you
No,
can
no,
have
no,
them.
I'm good.
But I've got this big notebook about this thick, full of these sheets.
Oh
And
my
I've
God.
said to Diana, I've got to figure out a home for these. 'Cause I don't want to, as we downsize eventually, I don't want to carry this stuff with me. Like the DFW.
1935. Oh my God, baseball.
See the year?
Oh my God, that's 89. 88.
Do you consider yourself a fan of baseball or not really?
Not really, Joe.
Okay.
I never
That's,
did.
that's what Diana told me. She said, my dad doesn't like baseball.
Well, I didn't say you didn't like baseball. I just said
Well,
I don't follow it.
I'm gonna tell you the God's truth. I went out in Little League,
Yeah?
and you know they always say something that you are not good at. You don't.
Yeah, you lose
finish
interest in
it.
it.
And I went to bat one time.
Oh.
I got one hit, and I think I left my career of baseball at 1,000. I was that because I had
Went out on top.
when I was out, and it was the only time I went to bat. I was terrible. I was terrible.
Well, open them up. See what you have. This, you see the year?
I do. Why are you going to open these up now?
I've been saving them for a special occasion.
Oh,
No, that's just gum.
mm.
Yeah, old 1988 gum. It's delicious. It wasn't good in 1988.
No.
Some of the worst gum I've ever had in my life.
Oh,
Came out of baseball packs.
who's that? Oh,
Jose Canseco. And that was a big card in its day. And then when the
Oh, yeah.
steroid controversy came out, it changed everything. You might remember Bob Boone. He was a catcher for a long time. He had two sons that
Johnny Temple and
Al Leiter.
hmm? Yeah.
He was a decent lefty. They gave up on him too soon, and then he ended up having a good career with other teams.
Every bucket I remember.
Oh yeah, he won an MVP.
Don't remember. You know, I never got that.
Davy Johnson. He got into the Hall of Fame not long before he died. I want to say he was born around 48.
Oh, really? He was oh.
They often tell you their birth year, but I don't know if I can't see it or it was not on there. I finally found a magnifying glass at Francis's house yesterday, but I haven't found one here yet.
Born, yeah, January 30th of 43.
43. Okay, so he's
Oh my.
he's got my dad and you beat on age.
I know the Mets are around it for him. I mean,
I think they won a World Series in '69, and I don't know when they started, but let's just say a couple years before that. Because Nolan Ryan was in that '69 team, along with Tom Seaver. Just a pretty incredible.
I remember some of that.
Was Kuzma on that team also? Gary Kuzma?
See,
Matlock?
again, I was never that big of an
Okay.
enthusiast.
And here's an '88. You open up an '89.
But how many of these things do you have?
Oh, I had a box of each of these since they were. I mean, I got them for 25 cents a pack, and maybe 30 packs in a case. So and they give you a deal to buy the whole box. But, terrible. It's the worst company we've ever had. He was something else at one point in time, Eric Davis.
Yeah.
He and Darryl Strawberry were on the same team.
Strawberry, yeah.
And they both started having all kinds of injuries. Bob Tewksbury, he was a Yankee at one point. Right there. Mariano Duncan.
Well, I take it you were a big baseball fan.
Oh yeah,
New York Yankees.
by the time we finally got to New Jersey, we had a decent antenna signal. All the Yankee and Mets games came in for free. It wasn't like today where you have to have a subscription and you can only watch certain games. So baseball was big as part of my childhood. Once I got to New Jersey, my grandfather liked it as well, so it was a big influence on me. He used to quiz me with questions. You know, who's the first baseman for such and such? And
Rangers.
Kevin Sykes had a few good years. I guess that's why he's got that trophy next to his name. He was primarily known as a DH. Jose Guzman, Sean Dieta, Monte Trio. He won a World Series with the Phillies, if I'm not mistaken.
Monty has a step brother.
Is that the Brunson or Brinson?
No, that's his buddy.
Okay.
His, their name is M-I-Z. I won't pronounce it correctly.
Mazzilli?
No. Massa. Yeah, I think it's M-I-S-A-I-A-S. Anyway, both those boys, they're his stepbrother's boys got invites. One played baseball for USC.
Really?
And now he's playing for pro. They gave him $1,300,000 something, and he's playing for the Seattle what? Mariners.
Wow.
He's down in Arizona, in Chile. That kid. And the other one is for the Canadian. This kid was Montreal Expos. He's in Boga, I think it is, in a training camp for pitchers, and they gave him out of high school now. Gave him $500,000. Agreed to pay his full tuition if he doesn't make baseball. A list of incentives, so he took it, and he's been in Boga this last season. All he does is train.
Wow.
So they're that good.
But it's a very precise sport. You don't have a lot of.
I told Lonnie, I said, the chances. Still the chances are very slim that you make it to.
I was convinced I was going to be a baseball player until I saw the fastballs come in around not even 70 miles an hour yet, maybe 60, 65. You don't have time to react. Then you get hit with the pitch at that speed level. You realize, oh my God, it feels like your whole bone's getting ready to shatter.
This kid actually played in Songville High School. He was pitching 90 mile an hour, 90, 92, 93 mile an hour pitches.
So the guy you're talking about is a pitcher?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other one is, I told you, with Seattle, he's a catcher.
That's a brutal position.
Yeah.
I thought I wanted to be a catcher. I remember my uncle trying to tell me, like, why do you want to be a catcher? I said, well, you're involved with every part of the play of the game. He said, but it's really hard. What do you mean? He said, well, play the game. You'll see what I'm talking about. And it wasn't so much the squatting, which is what he was trying to tell me, but every time the ball would come back, it was a bat. The guy would go to swing, and like, oh, you're going to think that it's going to hit me in the face this time. And the ball didn't bother me, but the bat did. You recognize any of these names? I don't recognize that one either.
Again, I was not.
These are old ones here. Is that Raleigh Fingers?
Yep.
Okay, I wouldn't have thought he'd be in that Legends category, but he was good. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Ralph Carey, I've heard that.
Lee Boyer?
Oh, yeah.
This is something they put out in the late 80s, just basically trying to get some of the older players.
I had my glove had Johnny Temple.
Phil Rizzuto.
Oh,
I
yeah.
met him.
Really?
In Atlanta. It was after Game 7 of the World Series with the Braves losing to the Twins. He came in with his wife, Cora. They were very nice to me.
Huh. So you went to the World Series game?
No, I was working. So
Oh.
he came in to our restaurant after the game, and he said, "I love Bobby Cox." He says, "I wanted the Braves to win," but he said he managed terribly, and I hadn't seen the game. I didn't know much about it, but I think what it really came down to was a couple of base running errors, and one of them was by a guy named Lonnie Smith. It seemed as though he just lost direction. But in those close games that are 2-1, a run is all the difference between winning and losing. You know, it's rocket science.
Yeah, I know. I've been to a couple. Back in my day, they had they called the American Legion ball.
Oh yeah?
And the American Legion had a baseball team, different teams in the area, and that was a big deal. We'd go out and this is now true when country was country, and once a week we would have a game out of Dutch Fork, the old school, in the back there it was a field, a lighted field, and we would go out and Mom and Olive Oil and we'd go out and watch.
Okay, it's American Legion, yeah, I can definitely.
We'd go out and see the baseball game.
Dave and I were always like, oh, okay, we're doing American
Hank
Legion.
Bauer.
But then they'd have the chicken bog, and like, oh, okay, we're gonna have the chicken bog.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. Roger Maris,
There you are. 61.
Wow, it had been that long. I remember that like it was yesterday.
Mammal was the one who was supposed to eclipse it, but he had all the knee injuries.
Men had all kind of problems.
Who's that one there? Mark Fidrich. Remember him? They called him the
Uh-huh.
Bird. He was a very peculiar guy. He had an incredible rookie season, and then he lost his mind. And it was about he came back for the second season, and I think he did have a nervous breakdown,
Uh-huh.
and he wasn't able to get weight room. I was hoping there'd be a DiMaggio or Luis
that'd be
Aparicio. I
awesome.
remember him. Bob Feller. He pitched a no-hitter in the World Series.
That's amazing when you know that.
But these are what they call legends because these are all people that when these packs were produced, they had already retired. So they're just trying to get, I guess, kids involved with some of the older players. I don't think they're particularly worth money, these cards, but if you're tired of opening them up, you don't have to open them.
Well, I'm not tired. They need more. I didn't have a lot of exposure to baseball. I mean, I watched it on.
You're gonna take these home and put them in your pillow to help you sleep better?
You hold on to them, guys.
Well, I offered. You heard, right? There's more to open up if you
No,
like.
no.
You think Pat would like to open them up?
No. That would have no interest whatsoever.
All right.
Yeah, Monty played baseball. It was quite
I
good.
bet he was good.
Yeah, he was quite. Actually, he's quite good at anything athletic. He can play golf. He can do a lot of things. I can't do nothing.
Golf is
So.
Yeah, he got that from Pat, right. Pat's like me, we have no hobby. We were always trying to make a living.
Mm-hmm.
Battery sign.
Joe goes rummaging through Francis's kitchen last night. I says, hey, can I borrow this?
That's what I made the cabbage in.
She said, you can have it. And he said, no, I don't want it. He said, I just need to borrow it.
Well, she never used it.
Yeah. And she said, well, just take it with you. It's like, we don't need another pot. We just need it to cook in.
No, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
She gave me the pot.
Where'd you get it back?
Yeah, I promise I bring it back.
Are you a regular or decaf?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So I was going to ask you, we were talking about movies.
Yeah.
What was your first movie theater experience? Do you remember what you saw, where it was?
It was at the Palmetto Theater downtown Columbia.
Really?
And it had to be Hopalong Cassidy. I mean,
Did you go with anybody? Did you go with Big
Yeah,
Granny?
we had Pat. And Pat.
Oh.
And Pat and I would go on Saturday. They had a Saturday matinee. It was 25 cents. And they had a
25 cents.
yeah. They had they had a comic strip first, and then they had the news.
Did we actually play the news?
World News, yeah. The World News was on. And then after that, they'd have two Western movies,
Wow. Back to back.
back to back.
Did you guys buy popcorn?
That was a bonus. Yeah.
Did you buy popcorn?
No. We always took our own popcorn.
Oh, my dad used to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, he used to pop a big paper bag full of
Yeah.
popcorn.
Well, we didn't have a big paper bag, but my grandmother would do us some popcorn, and we paid 15 cents to get on the bus, and we rode downtown on you could buy tokens in those
You
days.
guys were already basically downtown.
Oh, yeah. We were living on Jenny Road.
And Pat was saying Graham as well. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
We
what I
call
call my
her.
grandmother's Graham.
She didn't want to be called Granny.
Oh.
That's our grandmother, and so we call her Graham.
That's cool. I'm officially
Yeah,
part of
she-
the Graham Club.
She probably qualified in Pat's existence. She was probably actually closer to my grandmother than she was to her mother,
Wow.
to my mother.
I believe that.
Now, see, I was around my mother much longer, in that I moved to the country with them initially, and Pat didn't come until years later.
Like high school.
Yeah, I was actually around Pat only about 3 years before she. So we didn't have a real close relationship. Pat, no.
I will say this, we'll let her rest in peace. When we visited, she didn't say a bad word about you. And she did talk a little bit about some of the struggles she went through in her childhood, where she said Big Granny was asking her to clean more than she thought she needed to be cleaning, but she didn't go into anything
She said
horrific.
The whole last name of Scarcella.
Oh
thing.
yeah, I do have that on my list of questions to
Oh, I'm
ask.
sorry.
No,
Nothing
I'm
to
glad
do.
you brought it up. It's a reminder for me to keep moving. Let's go right through that. Actually, Diana wrote this. She said, "What was it like being a Scarcella in a small
Terrible.
town filled with Balknites, Eliezers, and Metzes?"
Absolutely horrendous.
And you know how Aunt Pat put it? We didn't even ask. She just brought it up on her own.
What she said.
It was already difficult enough with the last name Scarcella and this community. And she said, but our mother had the scarlet letter around her neck. And we were like, what? She said, it was a D. And what was, and divorce. And she said, it's so, times are so different now.
Taboo.
And she said, but at that point in time, we had all these things working against us. We weren't part of this clan or that clan. We had this Italian last name.
I was never part of that community. No. Until the day I left. I never felt like I was
Wow.
part of that community.
And she right there with you. I mean, back to back.
So now, what possessed you guys to leave St. Andrews and go out
To the country.
Well, by that time, I'm inundated with the country. You know, I didn't have a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
It was free land.
Okay.
Oliver gave me an acre of land to build my house.
That's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big deal. And the schools.
Ah.
The schools
okay.
were the
Sure.
big issue because Diane and whether you and David went to school was far, far better than any school could have been in St. Andrews. So that was all
Okay.
totally integrated.
Because I was trying to think, like, well, if the schools weren't good, then why did Jesse and Helen move there? And I was like,
That wasn't an issue for them,
Oh, okay.
or JC.
okay.
Well, you know JC.
Did they have kids?
Huh?
Did they
Yeah,
have kids?
Angie and Tara.
Okay.
His idea of a home was a house.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Still is. He still doesn't live.
he still alive?
understand. Huh?
Is he still living?
Oh yeah.
Jesse, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Miss Bonnie passed away.
But I think Jay, he lives over in the lake, I believe.
I think so. Most everybody's moved to Chapin.
Yeah, that's become quite a better. There's been a lot of integration in Irmo.
Yeah, Wendy left Irmo, went to Dutch Fork, and I think even she's moved out to Chapin, but I think she still teaches something at Dutch Fork. I think.
Well, it's good. She's still
You know, see, from our house, by the way, the crow flies. Do you remember? No, you wouldn't remember. Who was it? You remember where the Addies live?
Mm-hmm.
Not Julian now. This is
Oh, not Julia.
No.
Okay, but no.
from our house to the new high school, which is called Dutch Fork
Oh, yes.
High School.
Okay.
Is just go out and skip and jump.
I know, that's what I was telling Joe. I said, yeah, here I was
Yeah.
a late bus rider, and now there's a school around the corner from my house.
Yeah, and they have that's a larger school than Irma.
Oh,
Wow.
They're a quad 4 school, and
Okay.
Irma is only a 3.
ooh. But it used to be a 4,
It
didn't it?
used to be a 4 and it's dropped. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, and mostly at Irma now is all integrated.
When you say
I,
integrated, it's
I
all
mean,
black.
it's about
Okay.
a great majority is
All
black.
right, because that's what Wendy was alluding to.
That's probably why.
The
That's
kids are just so bad.
yeah.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
All that changed.
If kids are behaved,
Yeah.
people don't have a problem dealing with if their English isn't their first language, but if they're misbehaved,
I had a little girl that worked
it's
for
so
me,
hard to get a class going.
and she couldn't wait to be a teacher. She graduated,
Oh.
taught for the first semester, and quit. She's in no way. She called me a big pop.
What year did you start teaching?
I can't remember now, but it's been a long way back. I was still doing the paper,
Okay.
and she had helped me 4 or 5 years, very dependable. And she quit teaching and just stayed home she couldn't stand it. She
Yeah, Wendy does like
somebody spit on her and all.
Oh.
advanced math,
Okay.
and she's also a tutor.
Okay. Wait,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
once I began to realize that they were allowing kids in the school with phones, and they're working hard now to get them out.
Yeah.
But the whole, it's probably even less or so for you, but from Jupiter all the way through Westfield, when I was in school, if there was an emergency, the procedure was, parent would call the school would determine whether or not to send somebody to the classroom and say, Mr. Scarcella, your mama called and wanted to let you know that
Right.
you need your blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And now they've got all these kids with phones, and the parents don't want the phones taken away because they say, what if there's an emergency? And I remember there were kids that had to go to the office to get their medication. A couple kids were diabetic, let's say. Others that had asthma, and they would keep the medicine behind the counter, and it all seemed to work out fine. But once I realized that the kids are being allowed to not a dumbed down flip phone, but a full-fledged intelligent phone, and they want to know what the Wi-Fi password is. I don't think anybody can be paid enough to want to do that today.
That's some of what I was saying yesterday. All of this instant communication and availability of information, whether it be personal or newsworthy information. And now with this AI thing, it's just going to compound.
I've been picking her up. She's getting spooked by the flooring, I think. Yeah, the AI is.
It's definitely coming.
I have utilized it for a few
from my
things.
field.
I've utilized it for a few things where I thought like, wow, this is really something else. And I put some other stuff in there like, you're an idiot. But things that you would believe it would be good at, like alphabetizing a list, it can do it like that. But if you gave it 40 words, it might only give you back 35. And I said to the thing one time, I said, I gave you a list of 40 words. Why did you only give me back 35? Oh, my apologies. And I'm like, well, if you can't do that, what can I actually trust you with? But if you give it really complicated stuff, whether it be math or, in this case, I was trying to figure out what the hell is going on when my mom wrote the obituary that she chose for Franklin, rest in peace, after his death. I was like, scratching my head, just trying to understand. And I asked a question, and it said, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, well, what about this or this or this? And as I gave it more information, it said, oh, okay, now we understand what we're dealing with. And I said, oh, I had no idea. And it made a suggestion. Why don't you look at this book or look at that? And suddenly I was able to get a little bit of perspective. Yeah, I was like, well, what the hell is going on? This whole elevating one kid who's a stepson to a child, and then demoting the two children to non-existence, and the two grandchildren are non-existent, and then step-grandchildren are ascended to grandchildren. Two siblings were taken out. So it's one of those times where you say, okay, it's not just me. This is being done to a whole bunch, but why? And anyhow, I was able to. There's a whole thing where sometimes people in a family who feel as though they're of royalty, they want to decide which part of the family is worthy and which part is not. And if you're not worthy, then you're not included and involved with this stuff. I only want to shine with the brightest, and I didn't know that was a thing. But it helped me. My whole point was that some of the things I would think it would be great at, it's not, and I would think it would be terrible at what I'm just discussing. It was actually really good. So, and I've talked to my psychiatrist about it. Like, listen, I went to AI with this, and she said, "Oh no." I said, "No, listen. I printed some of this out, and I shared it with her. I said, I asked this. This was the response." And she said, "Well, I don't want to admit it, but that's a really good response." And I said, "But some of these things are stuff that I had asked you in the past." And she said, "But because the person has to be in the chair for me to be able to assess it. I can't." Ever since who was the guy that ran for president against Lyndon Johnson and lost in a landslide? Arizona.
Oh, they're gone.
Yes. When the psychiatrists got together and said this guy was unfit.
They told them that.
After that, they made the psychiatrists agree that we're no longer going to armchair analyze patients unless they're in our office. So she was telling me that. And I went to my therapist as well, and she said the same thing, like, "Oh, please don't do this. Don't tell me you're going into AI." And I said, "Well, listen." And she said, "Well, actually, that's a better. I'm going to be out of a job soon." I'm not looking to it as a therapist. These are complex questions that if I had the answer, I wouldn't be asking. But I needed to give it a little more information for context. They don't care about names or cities, things of that sort, just behaviors. But anyhow,
I think when the psychoanalyst was apart, I don't think AI would ever be able to discern for your health, your own personal health, if somebody's a true. The ones that I've been to have been really true, that dedicated psychiatrists who she said that she doesn't. She's not sitting down with you.
Right.
There's your facial. There's facial expressions.
Oh yeah.
There's so many things you can
Body language,
take into consideration.
fidgeting.
Yeah, all that has to go into the composition of
Exactly.
what's going on with you.
Are they making eye contact or
Yeah.
looking at the ceiling?
Yeah.
How many times do they tie their shoe while they're sitting in your chair?
I despise somebody who can't look me in the eye.
Yeah.
If you can't look me in the eye, if you're looking down,
Amy's husband was over here,
Yeah.
Who?
Amy, Leon Cavallo, her husband Mike. He's like, hey man, how are you? Oh yeah. It's like, dude, my eyes are down here. And he has no eye problem.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Go with your question.
We were talking about AI, but we don't need to go. I didn't mean to go down that rabbit hole. But Asian souvenir memories. There was an elephant. I want to say there was a couple of bookshelf bookends you picked up when you were. I want to say you mentioned it was you went on leave to Laos.
I went to Bangkok,
Bangkok, Thailand.
Thailand, and I got those. Bookends, you said?
Yeah, they're like kind of brassish. I'm not sure exactly what the material is, but it's a metal.
Wood with ivory.
Oh
stuff.
boy, I'm getting mixed up. I'm sorry.
And I had two ivory elephants with tusks.
And I think they're bookends, but I could.
Yeah, they were. And I think your mother.
There's something round also, like a pounded metal.
No, that's a grave rubbing. It's got a red frame around it.
Oh,
I think it's in your lounge at your house.
yeah, it was. Actually, it's a stuffed print, where they made a outline of a figure, and then behind it was done in two sheets, and they put stuffing behind it so it would extend, raise it.
Wow.
That was another thing. Yeah.
What was the storefront like? Was there a store that you went into or a hut?
Oh no!
A
all
person
this is-
totally on the street.
At that time, it was all hawked on the street.
Okay. Were they aggressive? Were they fairly docile in that you
They're
could,
fairly docile back then.
you could walk up to them and look without them grabbing your arm or anything?
Absolutely. Nothing like it is I understand today.
Yeah, we won't go back to Jamaica. Not that it wasn't a beautiful island with good food, but the folks were aggressive. It's the first place we've been where Diana was quick to say, let's get out of this place. That's what happened. We were trying to go to a
They
market.
could grab
And
you.
we got like 2 tables into what probably would have been a 200 table market. And somebody grabbed Diana so hard, and they were big people. And she said, we have to get out of here. I'm not safe. So
That's the way I felt in Africa.
but nobody grabbed us in Africa.
They didn't, but it's just a little too close for comfort.
It's a very different culture. I mean,
Very
even though
densely.
Morocco is progressive in comparison with, say, Egypt or even other neighboring countries.
Well, I wouldn't know that either. But
Excuse me. Plenty of places I could recommend that would require you to go to Asia or
at that
Africa.
time, people were not that aggressive. You could walk down the street and they were grilling. They had little Bunsen burners,
Oh yes.
and they eat monkey.
Yes.
Monkey meat.
Monkey brains or?
No, just the monkey meat and stuff, and they have it on skewers.
Oh, wow.
And he's standing there squatched down over it with his testicles hanging out, and he's grilling the monkey meat on the side.
Did
of
you
the
try
street.
it?
Oh yeah,
How was it? I haven't had that.
it's not bad at all. It's kind of stringy.
I was asking if it was a tender, but it's stringy. Okay.
Stringy. I'd always have 3 or 4 beers.
Well, I have that on here. Rice beer. You told me a
Yeah.
story a while back about rice beer.
Uh-huh.
At least on one occasion, didn't go well. But
Oh no, rice beer. I can't drink rice.
That's
beer.
different than sake, right?
Much different. Sake is much stronger, and sake will just knock the top off your head. I mean, it's just like sheer alcohol. It's
Yeah.
like
Okay.
grain alcohol.
yeah, it
They drink it just straight.
catches up with you quickly.
Oh,
And they warm it up.
yeah,
So then you got-
and they always drink it warm.
Yeah.
So when you went, whether it's for Rice Beer or to look at these souvenirs, were they trying to speak English?
They tried, yeah. There was an honest effort to try. Nothing like it is today, because I mean, I'm talking to people now in Hanoi on my computer
Oh, wow.
who can read English better than I can.
Wow.
So that's how much they've progressed.
Well, I know there's a massive amount of people retiring
Oh,
out of our hemisphere, and they're going to Thailand, Vietnam.
because you can hire a slave for nothing, and you know,
Well, like some of these South American countries, they keep bumping up the minimum wage, but you mentioned living wage the other day in the car. You know what the minimum salary is in Colombia, as an example? Or
South America.
South America.
yeah, South America. It's just gone up. It's lower than some of the neighboring countries, but it's about $400 a month,
Mhm.
not a week, but a month. And
But you know, all things taken, and this is what I found, and of course it's been so long since I've traveled, there's absolutely no comparison. But if you take if you take the economy and look at what $400 will purchase,
sure.
and what that $400 has been subsidized by either healthcare,
Gas.
sometimes gas, housing, all those some things. In some cases, if it's socialized, or given by the government. So they might take 50% of what you make, even at $400, but that $200 you have left will purchase as much. It's like what we said about the restaurants. You know, everybody bitched because nobody made any money in the fast food business. Everybody need to make $15 an hour. They need to make $20 an hour. I grant you, that's wonderful. So what happens? They give them 15, or they give them 20. The $3.45 hamburger you used to get, now it's $8.60. Well, I can't afford to go to the
It is.
fast food restaurant.
You talk about trickle down economics.
That's what I'm getting at. All through my life, inflation, or as long as I worked for my uncle, who adjusted for inflation, but as far as his employees, he kept you behind. You know, he never went up what he could. That's right. So is it a wonder that he made as much money? Sure he did. He made a fortune because he never paid anybody. He paid you just enough to keep you there. Not enough to make you successful or feel successful.
I want to stay.
Why?
I want to continue.
Well, I say that because I felt like it was a future. But once Krista came, I knew the future was
The
on.
future, yeah.
I was going to have to work with her or either be her. She was going to be the boss. And of course, I was supposed to get a percentage, but less than 50% is nothing. Because she's still in charge. So that's when I decided to leave. That's what all that was about.
She went to UNC?
No. Yes, UNC, yeah.
Did she need to get the degree in order to basically take over?
Oh,
the
hell
business of the
no.
bank?
You could have, no. She actually didn't do that much. She ended up doing mostly real estate. There wasn't enough for her to do to legitimize, because what could she do? She wasn't a jeweler. She didn't know how to size a ring. She couldn't do a damn thing.
Really? She didn't learn any of that?
Oh, no.
I
never did. And
how would somebody be in the jewelry business if they can't? That doesn't make
and
sense to me.
never did. No.
Was she supposed to run the jewelry store?
She is quote unquote
I think maybe she was understanding that Dad was going to be the jeweler.
I was going to be the nigger, and she was going. Well, that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
speaking of women for hire, the next
I'm sorry.
question you can no, nothing to be sorry about at all. This is good conversation. Next one we could skip, or Diana, you can leave if you want to leave. But between Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, you just now mentioned Thailand. What were the subtle differences in the brothels between pricing and schematics, layouts from one to the other?
Did they all
probably
look the same?
not about all the same.
Yeah.
The only thing that's different in Australia.
You went to Australia too?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't think I
Sydney.
did go to Australia.
Yeah, I went to Sydney.
How'd you like Sydney?
Beautiful. I'd go there in a minute.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Back then,
Do you think you can make a flight?
No, well, back then they offered you $25,000. You can either get out for $25,000 cash, or they would give you a home with some land, free citizenship.
Wow.
It was a whole list of things.
Because they really needed people out
They
there.
needed Americans.
Yeah.
Now they're closed.
We don't have
Now they don't
They have their own.
they don't have any need for any more integration of citizens.
Wow.
But back then they were looking for people to move to Australia. Some of the neatest people I've ever had.
In Sydney.
Yeah. If you
And they
ever,
had brothels in Sydney also?
well, they're not up
I
yet.
think as long as
Well,
there's men.
I have to remember, and I've shared this with Diana a few times, that I don't know what other countries other than the United States where it's essentially illegal, but that Rick Steves guy was the first person I heard say it. He said, to each his own, but you'll notice where I am right now, there's this red light behind me. It's basically, it signifies the red light district.
That's right.
And,
In Germany, that's the way it
He
is.
came right out and he said the brothels, he said it's going to sound a little oxymoronic, but the brothels are clean, the women are safe, and you can come and go as you please, and not worry about
Actually, they're required to have a health card. Yeah.
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 And that was it that way in Laos and
No,
Cambodia?
no, of course not. When I was there, I'm sure it's probably all that changed. Right back then, it was, wide open.
Okay.
It was really barbaric.
I remember my dad talking about it, and he was in the Navy, of course, a little bit of a different story.
Right.
With port,
Right.
he had all these guys with money that they weren't able to spend when they were at sea,
Mhm.
and they were even told, these women at the docks are going to tell you that they're clean, that you don't have to go back to a hotel room. It's the first thing, only go to a hotel room. Don't do any of these alley situations. And whatever you do, you need to wear protection. And my dad said, they port, they have the money, and some of the guys, they were like, oh, I can get extra drinks because she told me she's clean and we don't have to go to a hotel room. I can go ahead and do my thing. And he said these same guys are the ones that were screaming when it came time to go to the bathroom.
And
And one guy, my dad said, what's the matter? He said, it's killing me to pee. And I said, well, what do you mean? He said, I can't do it. Well, go to the infirmary. He said, I don't want to go to the infirmary.
that was a court-martial event.
He said,
Oh.
why don't you want to go to the infirmary? He said,
Yeah.
because the last time I went down there, they made me promise that next time I'd use protection. And he said, well, so you've done this before? He said, yeah, what'd they do? They basically had to take a paperclip-sized needle and
That was what they told everybody.
oh man, and so my dad said
They would give them. I never had that problem, but they did use a right sizable needle, and they give you antibiotic in your ass, but it would hurt as much as it was probably.
This may all be BS. I wasn't there, but my dad told me
Yeah.
that the guy said to him that his case was so bad that in order to clear the obstruction, they had to remove and then they could administer the antibiotic. And this is going to be the second time. So if once wasn't enough to learn your lesson, I just
I was very fortunate. I have a Chinese boy that I befriended. He's from California, and he slept in a bunk above me, and he couldn't stand it. He had to go every time we stopped. He'd head straight for the dirtiest, filthiest part of town and grab anything he could find, you know, for the cheap. And so he would come down, he first had crabs,
Yeah.
and, you know, we had to use, all of us had to use powder to get rid of the crabs, because everybody.
The blockage, that's a sign of
Yeah,
syphilis.
when it starts burning like that, that's the beginning of the closure of your urethra. And of course,
Oh,
then-
there's that word, Joe. Urethra.
Yeah.
and then you can't urinate.
Mm-mm.
And so yeah, that's when I've seen guys stand up in a window and go slam the
Oh
damn
God.
window down.
Oh God.
Yeah. So no, that's when I stopped.
What did they tell you the prices were?
When I got to Vietnam, the price was a sea ration, and there were 12 sea rations in a case.
So if you gave somebody a sea ration, which is basically a meal, that was the admission for a brothel.
That's right.
Wow, a sea ration.
When I left, it was 6 cases, and there were 12 meals in a case.
6 cases and there are 12 meals in a case?
That's what happens with, you understand? So the price went up 6,000%.
But
Oh.
what needles are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about the price for.
Admission.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And if it were cash, what do you think the cash price would have been? And I realize it's
$2.
a different monetary system, so,
Start was maybe $2.
and then it ended up going up to say,
How did they convert a sea ration into?
It's food.
Oh,
Diana.
oh.
like that one,
It's
um,
food. It's not starving.
Okay.
remember Ray when she was trying to get the droid robot? And the guy said, I'll give you, say, 50 rations for it.
Yeah.
When
And
you-
he
like
gave
your
me
dad's saying, when
like
you're
some
hungry.
bread. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking like today with women, infants,
No,
and
these
children,
people-
they're given money on a card,
That's
but they're able to buy laundry detergent and convert that into cash to buy drugs.
that's all the ingenuity of where anytime there's a monetary gain or any gain, and I've experienced that in my own life. Anything is gain as far as exchanging for the roundabout way to get to what you want. So,
On a lighter note, in Vietnam,
Yeah.
what were your favorite fruits and vegetables that you had never seen before? That you may not remember any of the names, but was there anything that stood out to you? Like, boy, this is delicious. I've never.
I had never had fresh coconut. That's prevalent. Lots of coconut, lots of pineapple. Ate a lot of
How did you eat the coconut?
guava. Huh?
How did you eat the coconut? Did they give you like one of those coconut exterior spoons to scrape it with, or?
No. We just get the one in the husk
Okay.
and have to pry it open,
Okay.
and then through the eyes,
Was it a brown one or a green one?
brown.
Okay.
They were right.
Yeah,
There are
ones,
green ones in there.
like the ones in the Caribbean,
Uh-huh.
they chuck, and they work it around in a circle, and then they're able to make you a drink in it and like shake it up
Oh yeah, no.
and give it back to you, and then they'll crack it open for you, but it's
These
still
are-
soft.
These have an eye
Mhm.
in the very top.
Like three, right?
3 eyes,
Yeah.
and you poke 2 holes, which is the air hole, and you just hold it up and drink that, and then
I
you.
remember actually doing that in our house. I think you got a nail and a hammer
Mm.
Yeah.
and turned
Did-
it,
did
I
it
think
many-
the
did it many
Big Granny
times,
needed
and-
it for
yeah.
coconut cake.
Yep, I got great coconut
Great coconut.
for the coconut cake. Yep, go ahead.
Well, outside of Vietnam, going back to South Carolina, what were your childhood and your adulthood favorite fruits and vegetables?
Like peaches.
Yeah, peaches and I don't know.
On the exotic front, do you like anything like mangoes, papayas? Not particularly.
Oh no. That was all free.
How about today? Do you like any of those today?
Not really.
Okay.
No. No, I ate guava and I've eaten, what's the banana?
Plantain?
Huh?
Plantain?
Yeah, plantains.
Yeah. Well, I mean, It's a member of the banana family, yeah.
No, it is, yeah.
So they told you before you went to Flagstaff, Arizona, to be prepared for really intense heat. Heat like you've never seen before. And you were trying to wonder how could it be much hotter than Charleston. And you got out there, and how did it feel?
It didn't feel as hot.
I had told Diane you would share that story not long ago.
Yeah, I was really shocked. It was 118 degrees, and it felt like about 90 because of the dryness.
Oh
of
yeah,
the
it goes back to would you rather put your hand in a 500-degree oven, not touch the wall, just put it in the, or in 200-degree, almost boiling water? And you're like, well,
I had a great advantage though, because I went underground.
Oh.
And so when I went underground, after you go down about 20 feet,
You don't have the sun beating on you either.
oh, yeah, that sun
What
is
did,
brutal.
they had some sort of barrack situation?
No,
underground?
they were building a Cyclops. The Cyclops is, Elon Musk is building one now.
Oh,
And in theory, the government stopped the project, and that's why I left. They were building a round circle, it's about 60 feet underground, a tunnel in a round circle. And if you shoot, the theory was, what I understood, if they shot a laser, and it was a tube about this big that went around that circle. If you once you fire that laser and get in a constant circle, it would generate energy, and so you could actually generate usable.
electricity, heat, whatever.
Yes, you could actually.
Harness it, yeah.
You can harness energy with very little energy, expanding to very little energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that's all I had written down. I know Diane and I will come up with more, but those are humdinger questions, right?
Yeah. But the theory was, and I think Musk is either taking that project over or has finished that project. I don't know which.
Yeah, hard
But,
to
you know,
tell with him.
Or he's into all kind of crazy stuff.
He is.
It's in the Epstein files.
Yeah.
He's going to rule the world.
Yeah, but that was a theory, and the government, of course, was sponsoring it, and of course they pulled out. They withdrew
Makes
from
you
the
wonder
project.
where that 20-foot deep hole is. What's still there? Because I love watching those videos too, where they find like the old.
There's just
Well,
some.
let's say it's not World War II, but let's just say it's an old bunker from a military installation, out in the middle of nowhere, and they come across it and they go down into it, and it's pretty much left as the way it was when they closed it up.
The amazing thing is, and this is the way it was in Vietnam. The American taxpayer had any clue as to how the federal government spends their money.
You go nuts.
They go absolutely apeshit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm always fascinated, like the subterranean levels of like Pentagon and Virginia. What is that other thing in Virginia? I mean, I've even heard stories that there's a whole other world underneath Arlington Cemetery. So I was like, oh, okay.
Well, under the what's the hotel in West Virginia?
Hotel?
Renowned hotel.
I don't know much about
I can't. You know this name right off the bat.
The one with the ducks?
No.
All I can think about is Asheville.
Hmm.
Asheville, like Grove
No.
Park and,
This is something.
Biltmore.
This is something even more elaborate than that. It's in West Virginia, right it's near Washington, and they had actually enough space underneath it. Oh, what's the name of it? God, I always wanted to go there just to say I went there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's they had an underground bunker under the hotel,
Okay.
White Silver Springs.
I wouldn't have known that.
Silver
Yeah.
Springs or White Silver Springs?
What now?
Did you say White Silver Springs or is it just Silver Springs?
A White Silver Springs.
White Silver Springs.
That's adjacent to. It's in. I think that's correct. Maybe I'm missing.
You already said adjacent.
Adjacent.
Recently, that's become part of my vocabulary.
Like he's going to make something sausage adjacent for dinner.
And so I'm glad to hear you say that, because now I've got some
But
else
he
in my
kills
car.
me sometimes when he uses it. I'm like, oh, that's a good one.
But when they built an addition on it, and the government put 3 stories underneath the hotel, and had enough room for Congress. They had bunk beds,
Oh, okay.
and they had all this stuff being
Well,
uncovered.
even like the
I'm sure there's,
War Games movie.
Uh-huh.
When they go into like SATCOM 3 or what was it, COM 3? I can't remember. SATCOM was the dish. West Star SATCOM. But you see them running and the big doors closing. Like, come on, hurry, hurry! And they're locked down in there for a war situation.
When you were at Flagstaff and underground, they didn't mention anything about future storage of nuclear waste. And I know that there was the Yucca Valley out in that.
No, I wasn't really up on that until I came back home and realized we had one of the biggest nuclear storage facilities in the country right here.
Barnwell.
Huh?
Barnwell?
Or Aiken, one of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're next door
Yep.
bedroom communities, right?
Yeah.
We've disposed, or taken in and disposed more nuclear waste than.
Somebody, Dina used to visit Barnwell, not just for the SCADA, but wasn't there a friend, that
What?
Brenda Howell?
That she lived at Myrtle Beach.
She lived in Myrtle Beach.
But there was some friend that had a wedding. It was an antebellum style
Oh,
wedding.
no, that's that idiot that lived in.
Hollyville?
No, is that you on a country come to town?
Yeah. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. I was like, I do not want to
He
have
had
a
a
wedding.
Confederate uniform on.
The whole deal. Everything was
Oh.
in antebellum.
These are guys that were good holiness members of the oldest church
Oh.
who,
Or racist as the day is long.
well, all that, and then they
Wow, I can feel the thickness in the middle of the glasses.
Yeah.
and they made some money, and I went to
That kind of country.
yeah, and then they got a car dealership, and that's how you mother.
So some
Yeah.
board members.
Yeah, and I was at Hilton Head,
Okay.
and they wanted to play in the dealers tournament. And they knew neither one of them knew one damn thing about golf. They bought some clubs. And I never.
That's all you need, right?
And they're from Barnwell,
The fancies?
or Aiken.
Somebody that little in the neck of the woods down there. And
Would
you,
you like another cup of coffee?
no, I still got that.
Okay.
Well, it's funny because I see this commercial all the time on my grit station where I watch the Western.
Now, for to heat it up for you?
Huh?
Want to heat it up for
If
you?
you don't mind, I'm
So
right
do
now.
you know someone who has been diagnosed with lung cancer, mesothelioma, that has worked in any of these industries? I'm like,
All I gotta do is fill out the paperwork.
I know, and it was like multi-million-dollar
Well, it's $100,000.
settlement. It's like
Yeah.
a flat. Wow.
Huh. Yeah, I saw it.
It's kind of hard to avoid them.
It is. I mean, like I tell Joe, there's like 10, 15 minutes of movie, and then the rest of it's
And
ads.
I gotta use the bathroom.
Yes, the hallway bath is all yours.